Hello and welcome to Roy Johnson Stadium. Brent Jones and Brian Pirano here tonight with you as it is Patriot Day, or is this Patriot Night, Brian?
Brent, it's whatever you want. It's the 2024 football season, man. This is exciting, though.
That's all that matters,
Whether
right?
it be practice football or not, we're back for another year, Brent.
Right, and if you got a shot of the booth there, is that what you have there? Okay, let me see. By the way, we're here for Patriot Day or night or whatever it is, and we're ready to celebrate the season and get this season ready. But tonight is also kind of a final practice or dress rehearsal for us as well with our broadcast. We have a lot of new equipment.
Yeah, we do.
We're hoping to. We've worked really hard in the off season to try to solve some of the issues that we've been having technically, and we're going to see if we've gotten those taken care of.
I think you probably deserve, don't you have a big shout out to somebody who worked extremely hard this summer?
Yeah, my buddy.
A lot of his own time putting into this.
My buddy David Jones. While we're talking here, Brian, we might as well get Idiana, if you'll switch the camera to the field. See the one that's there? Yeah. Well, no, not that one. That one. There you go. There you go. Okay, and on the field we have the Duncanville Middle School football team. A lot of people being recognized here tonight.
Coach Dumas and his squad out there. They've done a great job sending a lot of great kids our way that we'll be seeing on Friday nights now, Brent, our feeder program. Are you sure that's middle school? That's like 75 freaking people.
Okay, we're on now. Okay. All right.
Little middle school band act. Is that our band? That's HHS band. Look at that. Great job.
Yeah, that's the Hill. Yeah, and shout out to the middle school band directors, Sam Becker right down there, and oh gosh, I can't call her name right now.
That's okay, but we'd like to thank her too. And
they are doing such a great job in developing these kids and helping the band grow here at the high school level.
Brent, I think you have a special interest. While you love all of our band kids, I think one in particular is your favorite right there. Brent's own Baker Jones joining the Pride of Patriot Parkway this year.
That's right, he sure is, and he's playing the snare in the marching band, and he's pretty good at it. He's enjoying it, especially loving these 98-degree band camp days.
You know what?
Yeah, not so much.
Absolutely. We are very, thank you, Mr. Jones. We're very happy to have a great band, have Megan Miller. Got a couple of new people assisting this year that we'll get to, but it's an exciting time for these kids too, and these kids work very hard, like you said, enduring quite a summer, and they're ready to go as well.
So did you tell me this is the Hillcrest Middle Group here?
Yeah,
it is. This is the Hillcrest Middle Group. Yeah,
well,
and here's Sam Becker.
Good.
Right down here. Look, this is what you got. You know what so you want to be able to. This is why I'm training.
Yeah. Brent, I think
training our producers right now.
I think this is the high school band, though, because I see some of those kids out there that are in our high school.
This is what's coming out over the air. This is also what's coming out over the air. So if you see he's got his camera not really set up really well, and it's covered up. So if it's not a good shot on here, don't go to that camera, okay? All right. But you have us in the booth on right now, see?
Yeah, but Brent, and this is, I believe, this is the high school band because I see several of our high school students out there.
Oh,
so
you
maybe,
do?
yeah, maybe a combination. But
Okay, because I was looking for Baker. I don't see him.
Well, I don't know about that now.
I know he's here.
Right. I don't think Baker dipped on us early, but
this is, well, I don't know, yeah, because I see Jaden Dow out there.
Right. I see several of some of our stars here at Hillcrest High School.
And I was about to say that if this is the middle school band, this is a lot of people.
That was my first inclination as to why. So,
but you know, maybe Baker between the time that we got here at 5 o'clock and now, maybe he got kicked out of the band. So.
Well, you know what? At the very least, that'll make a great story for Baker Jones in future life. Although I certainly don't think.
Avery, do you see Baker out there?
Yeah.
Where is he? What side of the 50? That's the north side. That's the south side.
A little bit closer to the south side.
Okay.
What yard line? Can you tell us what yard line? Oh, there he is. I see him. He's on the 43. He's on the 43. He's on the 43. He's on the. Oh, I was calling his progress down the field.
Baker Jones near hash 43-yard line. Yes. Good.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, yeah, the band has grown. Middle school director is doing a great job building the program, and Megan Miller, of course, doing a great job with the program as well. It's getting bigger every year, and we're excited about featuring them this year at halftime of all of our games.
And while you're mentioning that, you know, we do have kind of a practice run tonight and celebrating everything Hillcrest, not just Hillcrest, but the Hillcrest community. But next week at this time, we'll be getting ready to go on the air for the inaugural season of 7A football. We're hosting Florence next week. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better weather next week.
It works, but it's every time I let it go, it eases back.
You keep talking. Yeah, you do what you got to do. I know this is a little hard for our listeners, our viewers to believe, but we are, in fact, having a few technical problems. So, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same, but that's why we're here tonight. A little touch and go if this was going to happen tonight, but we're happy everybody's here. Hopefully. Adiana, are they getting a good view of our band out there? Is this what I'm saying right now? Is that what's on the air? Okay, cool. Fantastic. We're certainly thankful to the voice of Hillcrest football, Mr. John Merrill, back for another season with us on the PA mic. One of the most recognized voices in all of Alabama on these PA systems. Certainly glad that he's able to join us for another season here. We got the Hillcrest marching band, the Pride of Patriot Parkway, waving to their fans as they exit. Looks like we're going to be bringing out the cheer squad next. We'll see if we can get you what school that is. That very well may be our school. We'll see as they get a little closer. That you were looking now at the Hillcrest High School bands. Now our JV squad led by Susan Davis. Varsity squad soon. It's going to be led by Stormy Walker. These young ladies have worked very hard as well. Very proud to have them part of the program or returning to the program. Brent, we take care of all the world's problems down there?
Well, like I said, we're doing this experimental final dress rehearsal, if you will, for our broadcast.
Absolutely.
And we have a very different setup this year.
Do.
And Donald was having some issues over there with his camera. But this year, one of the differences and one of the improvements that we have is that we're going to have 3 cameras.
That's awesome, man. Awesome.
3 cameras in this game. Now, in every game, we're going to have 1 camera set up on the 30-yard line on the south side of the field, another camera on the 30-yard line on the north side of the field, and, of course, we'll have our in-studio camera as well.
Right.
But the way this will work, or this is, in theory, this is the way we're going to do it. When the ball is on the south side of the field, the camera on the south side of the field is following the action. When the ball is on the north side of the field, the camera on the north side of the field is following the action, and the director has the ability to switch at will. Depending on where, so you could have a pass like at the 10-yard line.
Correct.
Bryson throws a bomb, right, to Jordan Chambers Smith. He catches it at the 40.
Right.
He crosses the 50. When he crosses the 50, you switch the camera to the other side of the field, have a better angle. So we're excited about that.
Can't wait. I think that should be definitely improve the viewership at home. And I don't know about you, Brent, but I enjoy going back and watching these sometimes.
Oh,
you know, the big games, or heck, even every now and again, I'll watch a random game from a few years ago. And I think that's pretty exciting to just have all that, though.
Yeah,
Got Donald back this year.
Oh, you need the tape, Donald?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. It's somewhere in here. Keep talking, P. I'll
That's
help
good.
find the tape.
Yep. We're still working on everything, looking for a few things right now.
Check in that bag, Donald.
Great job by our cheerleaders now. Looks like we're getting to some of our football players.
Yeah, we're going to play some football here.
We're going to get a little bit, Brent, and I'll tell you the original format. The rain may have changed it a little bit. Is going to try to get everybody some reps. Probably get the starters 12 plays or so. Give our twos about 12 plays or so.
Yeah.
And then give our JV and our freshmen 12 plays each.
She must have found it.
Just giving everybody a chance to get some run out here on the field, get used to the field, get everything ready. And just like us up here, hopefully the football team has worked out a lot of the kinks like we're trying to do tonight. But this is the Hillcrest freshman team coming on out.
The freshman football team.
This is the freshman football team.
Okay, so they're in shorts and jerseys?
Most of them in shorts, that's right. We got some jeans out there, but these young men, you know, I know they're not going to get a lot of love on Friday night. They probably won't be dressing out too much,
but their
Brent.
time will come.
Absolutely.
You're going to know some of these guys in the future, that's for sure.
And Brent, well, what is it? Tradition never graduates. So that's the
motto.
way we go.
That is the motto. And what's a motto with you?
You know, look at that. We went on the air. What time did we go on the air?
I don't know, 6:20-ish.
Let's say 6:24.
Yeah.
20 minutes in this year. That's a good one,
well,
Brent.
Thank you. Yeah, but you know, actually, we had this huge thunderstorm that came through that, you know, kind of put a damper on things and messed up the timing of how we wanted to do everything. But there is a good result.
Yeah, there is.
In that it's a lot cooler out here.
And I'll be honest, man. Look at all the people that we've got here. I don't want to say shocked, but maybe a little surprised. I thought the rain would hold down numbers, but we got folks lined up against the fences. We got a lot of the reserve seats taken. I'm not good at putting a number on things, but you know the visitor side is empty for obvious reasons, Brent. But good. This is a great turnout right here on a night where we really weren't expecting this many folks, especially with the weather.
Well, you know, honestly, you're talking about the visitor side. Honestly, some of the games that we've had the past couple of years since Jamie Mitchell has been here, that's about what the visitor side looked like, because the teams coming in knew they were going to be beaten 60-0.
Absolutely.
So nobody shows.
Well, we're hoping, you know, I'm expecting a lot more of a challenge this year. But at the same time, you know, just like anything else, just like Alabama football, it kind of adds a new element, a new excitement to the program when we face new challenges. Yeah,
you know, it is exciting, the fact that we're moving to 7A. That is very, very exciting to me because we kind of, you know, Jamie Mitchell has been great for this football program. Amazing what he's done in his years here. But it has kind of gotten to a kind of a rut where we're playing teams and just destroying them. It's the joyless murder ball.
Hey, listen,
like we used to have at Alabama.
I remember, right. We both lived through it.
I am excited about having challenges and exciting games each week. I know you and Brad are probably going to have a heart attack up here.
It's very well. I can always double my medication, no problem. But at the same time, you're definitely right about that. Now, like you said, Brent and I have talked a lot about it, whether it be the end of last year or going into this year. Anytime the Hillcrest Patriots end with more points than the other team,
you're
I'm
happy
with
you're
that.
Happy. Right.
Nonetheless, though, Brent, like you were saying, we're moving into 7A Region 3, which is the SEC West of football.
There you go.
I was listening to a couple podcasts, a couple shows previewing it, and there's been certain people who have said it may be the toughest region section area in all of the United States. It's that sort of level of challenge right now.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting moving forward, though.
It really is. I'm the kind of person who likes the drama, right? The excitement. And honestly, if you would be honest with yourself, you would say that that's why you love football. If it weren't for the competitive nature of it, it would be boring. I mean, if you could predict what was going to happen every game and you knew which team was going to win by how many, would you watch? You would not care in the least.
In teams like, listen, there's certain teams I can't be rational about. Alabama, the Atlanta Braves, and more so than any of them, Hillcrest. It's just, if I knew the result was we were going to win every game, but they would all be blowouts, sign me up right now. Nonetheless, though, you're right, though, man. The games
That's what makes it exciting.
Well, the games that stick out to us over the years of doing this, the Wetumpka game.
Yeah.
The games when we beat Saraland here 3 years ago, close games.
Yep.
Those are the ones we remember. There's not too many big blowouts, maybe 63-0 that we're going to be telling people about in 20 years.
That's true. That is true. And we kind of lump them all together like we are now. Jamie Mitchell's tenure here, a lot of 60-0 blowouts, right? But we don't, zone in on one specific game.
Correct.
Like we do the night the lights went out on County.
My gosh.
Or the walk-off at Wetumpka.
It's incredible, right?
Those kinds of things.
Those
are the ones we remember.
60-point wins don't get nicknames. That's kind of the way it is right now. And you're right. We did have a lot of grouping of those together. But we're excited. You mentioned Tuscaloosa County. We get to renew that rivalry.
My goodness.
We got a few games to worry about before we get there, but that'll be in Northport this year. It'll be back in Tuscaloosa down at Roy Johnson next year, though.
Hey, while we got a chance, actually, we've got the team, the varsity team.
Awesome.
Is this varsity or JV on the team?
Feels like there's too many people for it to be. This has got to be everybody. Yep.
Okay, this is everybody except for the freshman team, maybe?
Brent, that feels right to me.
I don't know. Okay, well, we got the guys out there. And Brian, do you want to highlight some of the players that we can look for really standing out for the team this year?
Sure. I'm going to go down the list right now numerically. We got starting, well, first of all, number 1, Zay Hall, inside linebacker. He was a young man that was not at Hillcrest last year. I was texting with Coach Patterson this summer. I saw social media, a lot of Twitter love for him, and texting Greg, what have we got here, Greg? I've heard the kid, watched a little film of him last year when he was not with us. And Greg Patterson, you could feel the excitement through every text he would send just to get this sort of play. In fact, Coach Mitchell, Coach Patterson, Coach Guy think so much of him. Hillcrest is sending 2 people to the media days on Monday at the Tuscaloosa County Board.
Which will be covered by the Hillcrest
Which exactly right, because
team, including
because Brent Jones does such a great job, so we do that. And the 2 representatives are returning quarterback Bryson Kimbrough and incoming linebacker junior Zay Hall.
Yeah.
So that tells a lot about what our coaching staff feels about Zay.
Sure does.
I've met Zay several times. Nice young man, yes or no, sir. Hard worker, though. You can kind of see that intensity in his eyes.
Yeah.
And Hillcrest has a rich tradition of linebackers, whether it be Keith Holcomb, whether it be Jacquez Jones, whether it be last year A.J. Quarles, and I think Zay Hall's going to fit right into that. Now, Brent, I'm going to have to not highlight every player because we're going to be here till midnight.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Kristen Ritchie last year, number 2.
Oh, yeah.
He was started as a freshman last year.
And he led the team in rushing.
And I probably had over 1,000 all-purpose yards if we consider everything close to it.
But the reason, he played great football.
Right.
There's no doubt. But the main reason he led the team was from what we were talking about earlier, all the blowouts.
He
he was a backup running back, but he came in and he really showed what he was made of.
And
got a lot of touches.
Never graduates. He learned how to do it at that level.
Absolutely.
Kind of moving on once again. I'm going through. I mean, I could go number 0, Jamarian Bennett, defensive back. He has been incredible. And there's a point this spring he was the fastest young man on the team. Moving on to number 3. Honestly, arguably the most dynamic player on the field.
Yeah.
And this includes no matter who we play.
And we're talking about Caden Smith, who was number 15 last year, number 3 this year.
Now, this is going to take us a while to learn.
Yeah.
Caden picked up several offers this summer, the biggest being Ole Miss, though.
Right.
Some of you may remember Caden Smith for his baseball. He won a ring last year as a sophomore starting for us.
Had a leadoff home run, and was that game?
It was game one. Game one down there
of the series.
You may say Mr. Thomas here. He's been doing yeoman's woke. This is Mr. Thomas's birthday, everybody.
Okay.
Kevin Thomas's birthday.
Come over here, Kevin.
Yep. We got to get the birthday boy right here.
Get the booth shot here. Come on.
Kevin is a ripe old age.
Yeah, here he is.
It's hard to believe.
Right here. No, you're right here. See, the camera's right here.
Kevin finally hit 30. He finally hit 30.
Finally
He's been in education for 23 years. 25.
25.
Sorry,
okay.
he's an education savant.
I have a feeling he has socks that are older than 25.
And he's thinking to himself, 25 years and I'm still stuck setting up in the rain.
Okay,
but,
you can go back to the field.
We're very happy. But back to Caden Smith a little bit. We got a poster from the HSAA last week. This is what goes out to every school to hang, just celebrating athletics. And one of the 8 to 10 pictures that went statewide was Caden Smith making a diving catch in Game 3 at Jacksonville in the state championship game. I mean, I'm going to have to skip some of these people. We'll be here all night. Let's go on down right now.
Let's talk about number 11 here,
Jordan Chambers Smith. And Brent, how about you? You were at the spring game. Give us a little preview that you saw.
You know, actually, I was downtown. When was this? It was like it was around Easter time, downtown Northport.
Right.
And I saw a kid walking around with a Hillcrest jersey, and he looked like a football player.
Right.
And I didn't recognize him, so I introduced myself to him. He said, "Yeah, I'm Jordan Chambers Smith. I'm going to be starting for my first year next year at Hillcrest." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. What position you play? Wide receiver?" I was like, "Okay, looking forward." And super nice, polite, just great young man. Had a nice conversation with him. And then came here to the spring game last year, and Jordan Chambers Smith just lit it up. 80-yard touchdown run, touchdown reception, a couple of other big touchdowns. He's really exciting. Well, okay, we'll see. Brian's gonna take a break here and go see what's going on. He's answering a phone call that he had to take. But anyway, back to Jordan Chambers Smith. What a big game! I don't know what his exact numbers were for that game, but you can tell he is going to be nothing but excitement for this team. This season. He will be a senior this year, but it's great. And we were talking about Caden Smith and what a great receiver he's going to be. At the spring game, I was telling Coach P and Brad they were not able to make it because they were at the baseball championship series, and Caden Smith was not playing. But I was telling them that as good as Jordan Chambers Smith was at the spring game, it's a great feeling knowing that he is the second best receiver on the team. And he's that good.
And the next person numerically is the one who's probably the happiest about that, returning starter Bryson Kimbrough.
Oh, for sure. Both of those guys we were just talking about.
Absolutely. Where when he can look left, he can look right, he can look to his backfield, and he knows he has playmakers all around him.
Yeah.
I was watching something as we were waiting out this delay on either 3340 or Fox that was previewing our region, and Coach Mitchell said, if he could pick one position to return an experienced starter, it would be quarterback. And it was 27, 28 years, and he said he's got the perfect kid for that in Bryson Kimbrough.
Yep, that's true. And let's talk a little bit about Bryson. I mean, Bryson came in 2 years ago when Ethan Crawford went down in that McAdory game, final game of the season.
Correct.
As we were about to head into the playoffs. Had a lot of pressure on him to play in the playoffs, but actually won a couple of playoff games.
I believe he'll be clear in the first round.
And did an outstanding job and really got his feet wet in those high-pressure situations. And last year, of course, Bryson led the team to an undefeated regular season, third round of the playoffs before losing to Saraland. And, man, what a treasure it is to be able to have him back on this team this year.
Incredible, Brent. I mean, he's also whatever – let's set Bryson's athleticism aside. We'll talk about that in a minute. His work ethic, his study habits, his preparation, and his leadership. that alone is we cannot get enough of that. And Jamie even says, whether it be publicly or privately, he's the leader of this team. He's the one that has tough conversations with people when he feels like they're not working hard enough. So I think Jamie and in turn all of us feel pretty comfortable with him being under center, in the shotgun, moving to 7A though.
Yeah, and not only that, you talk about his athletic ability, his throwing arm strength, the football prowess, but he's also super intelligent young man too.
Absolutely.
Great in the classroom.
Absolutely.
And that's great to have at the quarterback position, to have somebody who is a true thinker and problem solver in the moment.
And a leader. I was up here this summer working, and we have some of our ambassadors, our fantastic ambassadors, working this summer. Our starting quarterback is answering phones and greeting parents in the front office.
Yep.
He's that sort of kid.
That's right.
Real quick, he also he committed to a Division I school, Louisiana Monroe, this past summer.
Right.
So he's got that kind of off his mind a little bit. He can focus on his senior season.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, let's move down the list, and who do you want to talk about here next? Who you got?
I mean, Jay Leatherwood, I talked about him a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a great defensive back. He may get some run there. I mean, once again, these names can go on and on. Let's see if we can get to some people that may not be the skill positions necessarily as we talk about some more folks
as we get
down
to the
here.
higher numbers.
There we go.
The big boys, right? As Brad likes to say, the big uglies.
Kicking game. We'll see if Matthew Harbin, the fantastic punter. We're getting there.
Tell me about him. Yeah.
Well, I think punting for us, since we've had some great,
amazing punters,
whether it be the Williams brothers, whether it be Jay, whether it be a lot. I think a lot of folks are going to get a shot this year, and we have athletes galore, and we're stretching easily from the goal line to the following 30. So we have some candidates right now. So I think Matthew, along with some other people, are going to get an opportunity to do it. But I don't plan to punt this year. So I think we're good to go. I don't know.
Unfortunately, it is going to happen from time to time.
Moving on down the list and looking down. Several of our offensive linemen are returning right now. We got many of those coming back. It's hard for me. Rylan Bell coming back.
Right.
Great kid right there. He's featured out there. I see all these names right here as we move down. And we could. And we're on the offensive line, and I was seeing exactly how far we were here. And we'll get into all these players more during this year as well. Tavion Johnson, returning D lineman right there. And I remember his name came up several times in the player of the game that we give out every time. Brent, who's sponsoring player of the game this year?
The players of the game, same as last year.
Cool.
We have Walk-On Sports Bistro.
Awesome. Good. Thank you to Walk-Ons. And Brent, how about this? Well, before we talk to Tavion, are you broadcasting Tuesday?
First Hillcrest Huddle will be Tuesday night.
Great.
That's right.
So come on out to Walk-Ons Tuesday at 7 p.m. If you want an even more in-depth preview, listen to Coach Mitchell, Coach Guy, and Coach Patterson preview everything there.
That's right. And we will be focusing on Coach Rodney McKinney will also be on with us with a couple of his D linemen. Speaking of D linemen going down this list, Kendall Moorhead has been quite a player for the team the past couple of years.
We nominate certain player for All-Star games. Kendall Moorhead, he has been mentioned over and over again on possible All-Star teams, possible All-State teams, things like that. So we're very happy to see what big number 90 can do. As you said, Coach McKinney has done a great job for all of that. Got several of our managers down there, and once again, Hudson Hall, no doubt. Is he finally a senior? Feels like Hudson. Doesn't it feel like Hudson's been around
forever, right?
It's my 20th year in Hillcrest. It feels like Hudson predates me. So he feels like he's been here a while, but he is finally a senior right now. But this is exciting, man. And I know I keep saying it, but all these kids on the field right now, all of them have earned that spot on the field. All of them have been through the summer camps. All of these kids did summer workouts. All of these kids went through spring practice. So all of these kids have earned the spot out there to be recognized tonight, even if they're not necessarily going to get a ton of playing time on Friday night quite yet, though, Brent.
Hey, and if we were smart, we would have followed along as we have went through and we talked about the players as they were on the camera.
We're a lot of things up in this booth. We do a great job, but I don't think anybody's ever going to accuse us of being smart up in this booth. I mean, certainly our students are smart, But Mr. Jones, myself, and Coach Armstrong especially, we're never going to win an IQ contest.
This is what I teach, you know, I'm the mass media teacher, so we're talking about in the theater teacher, and we talk about the presentation. And with the video, you want to be talking about what's on the screen.
Brent, can I audit your class then? Because it sounds like I need it. Because I spent
I'm the one who started this. I said just go through the list.
That's okay.
And then it just occurred to me, oh, yeah. Our audience is looking at them on the screen. Maybe we should talk about who they're looking at. And now they're down to the 90s.
All three people listening and watching, we appreciate you letting us work through the snafus tonight. I still can't get over how many folks are here.
This is nice, yeah.
This is great, though.
And the band's making their way into the stands, so I guess they're going to play in the stands.
And Mr. Thomas can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we're doing an abbreviated show. It's similar to the one we did during the band preview night a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was unable to come, but I did get to catch it on Facebook. A fantastic job by them, as always. So we're excited to hear them. Got Megan Miller down there. What year is she in, Kevin? 5? It's Megan's 5th year with Hillcrest, so anybody that's been at the band at Hillcrest High School, this is the person she knows. That she has been the kind of the glue of this program, and you see how big the program's got. You know, this kind of took a little bit of a hit during COVID. It's very difficult. It's very, very hard to teach somebody an instrument when they're sitting at home and you can't actually hear them play. So we're excited to finally have that, I don't want to say completely behind us, but certainly getting smaller in the rearview mirror, though.
Let's take the Bama Stuff broadcast booth out of there. Let's see if we can do that. Keep talking, Brian.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm enjoying the atmosphere. You know, Brent, I've been to quite a few of these. I don't know. I've got to recount how many in a row, and some of my friends always ask me, man, don't you get sick of going to all these? And the answer is no. And sometimes when people will tell me, whether it be coaches or fans or whomever, man, we appreciate everything y'all do. And I honestly say, this is fun to me. It's fun being up here with you, Brent, being up here with Kevin Thomas, just enjoying everything Hillcrest. I think that's what makes our school, in my opinion, best one around. And you know, my opinion is the only one that matters on that. But I enjoy this place, and I enjoy everything that makes this place, including our fantastic football teams, our bands, our middle schools, all of our community coming out to support.
And, you know, something else. And, look, see how these cameramen, Caitlin, are like losing the shot? When they lose the shot, you have a better shot, switch the camera, and don't let it stay on with them like wiggling the camera around
and
everywhere.
Although they may have messed up slightly, we are so thankful they're out here braving the weather.
And listen,
absolutely. Yep, right, that's right. Right.
I want to, but exactly. I mean, we've already told the audience that's what we're doing. We're But we do have some returning crew members, and we also have some new crew members
Brent, you want to go
here as well. I sure will. Returning this year, we have Idiana Wiggins as our technical director.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we also have returning Donald Falls. Donald graduated last year, so Donald is an official member of the crew. You know, he's done the camera for us the past 2 years, and he's done such a fantastic job that this year we were like, we just need to hire him and bring him on the staff. So we're happy to have Donald back again.
I can't believe we didn't run him off yet. I mean, he's been here 3 years.
He loves it.
I was about to say.
And he wants to work in this business for a living. And, you know, he kind of got the bug from doing it with us. So, but we also have Michael Wynn, who's going to be on our second camera that we mentioned. We've got Caitlin Terrell, who will be also a director.
And I've got to admit, Caitlin is going all out in the all-red Hillcrest. Well done on game 1, Caitlin. We're very proud of that. I think, Brent, we're also going to start getting ready for a little bit of football action now. I see some of the coaches on the hop now to the sidelines, getting ready to go. And once again, if it's my understanding, and obviously everything can change, and coaches can change things and want to see stuff, I believe we're going to get, 12 or so plays, 1s versus 1, 12 or so 2s versus 2, 12 each for JV and freshmen, just giving everybody a little chance. This is a very scripted thing. One more thing before you chime in. No kicking game. We're not going to have too many kickoffs or punts. It's going to be a very, very controlled scrimmage this evening.
Right. I guess we're going to have, about 5-10 minutes of warm-up, right? So we don't get out and pull any muscles or
absolutely.
have
They
any
were
other
standing
issues
there
like
for a while.
that.
And also, you know, there's a lot of moving parts. I think Jamie and his staff would like to make sure the kids go through a dress rehearsal for this as well.
If you're watching, scoot this way. Look. Now see if you can take the broadcast bug off of there, Caitlin. We're learning about our new equipment and how we're going to see. Because when the way it was, you couldn't see. Well, oh, there we go. The way it was, you couldn't see Brian's pretty face because the scoreboard, the broadcast bug was right there. No, we're
theory,
still
I'm going to
figuring
be right
this
here
out.
in the computer.
I don't know, but one.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We'll definitely give you that room, sure.
You sure?
But
okay.
to that window right there, we're talking to Mr. Thomas, who's talking to us about what the space that he needs for running the Jumbotron computer board.
And Kevin, by the way, our birthday boy, has done a great job, not just recently, but all summer getting the graphics ready for it. So, well, Mr. Thomas has a full week in case just to work out any bugs of this. So, but I'm sure he will, though. Good. Well, maybe I spoke a little out of turn. Mr.
Just
Thomas had a great summer, though.
There you go.
So, listen, but it's his birthday, so he gets to do whatever he wants today. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going through the warm-ups right now. Wow, who is that?
Who is what?
Jordan Chambers-Smith is also punting really well. Look at him right at the 50. Right there at the 50. Right. That's the north side of the 50. See, being snapped right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Is it 11? I think it's 11. Okay, that one didn't spiral, but the one before that turned.
Yeah.
I mean, it spiraled and looked like.
Well, maybe he's going to be our punter.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Thomas.
I believe we may have last year's long snapper Colson Free out there. He's on this staff right now, trying to take care of stuff. You know, Brett, we're talking about players to watch. There's a point when you get such great athletes, they just don't do anything bad. You know, I think back to a kid like at Bryan a few years ago, Seth Williams, who punted, kicked off, did all that. There's a point when your athleticism is so elite and you can go ahead and do all that because it all comes easy to you. And that may be like number 11, where, hey, we probably need somebody else to come in and see if they can punt. And Jordan's like, well, heck, I was messing around in practice last year, and I kicked 152, and now here we are giving it a shot.
And, you know, we have been so spoiled with our punting game here at Hillcrest for the past few years.
I'll tell you what. We're not going to have a shortage of officials tonight. Gracious.
There's about as many officials on the field as there are players, right?
We got 8, and then we got 2 white caps, okay? So right now, obviously, you know what?
Fight on who gets to say who the penalties are?
That would be awesome if we could have a white hat fight at the 50-yard line. But, you know, this is a training for them as well, though. You know, they're using this. You know, a lot of schools have jamborees around here, but Coach Mitchell chose to have a spring game, and I think we all agree with that as well. Played Mountain Brook.
Here's one thing I love about high school football, Brian.
Yep.
You see, we've got the quarterbacks here warming up on the sideline, and Jordan Chambly, one of the backup quarterbacks, is a 10th grader. He's a quarterback, and he played really well at the spring game as well. But he's also listed as a wide receiver.
Right.
And in high school football, you know, the quarterback's often the best athlete.
Absolutely.
So if they're not the best quarterback at the moment, if somebody's ahead of them, you can put them out there at the wide receiver position and use that athleticism. And that's happened many times through the years here at Hillcrest.
All the way back to 2010 when that was happening.
I remember Cole Frederick. Remember Cole Frederick was a great quarterback here at Hillcrest, but before that, he was a fantastic receiver before his time.
And we can keep going before that, before your time here, where it was the same thing, where these sophomores would come in, you know, basically be, like you said, the best athlete on the field, be a slot receiver, do the little things, then start getting the majority of the snaps once the starter graduates.
Hey, there's a nice one. There's a nice one.
Every now and again.
Okay. He just needs
he went
to
caught the
develop
corner down there, and it looked like he kicked it literally from the 50 and kicked it out of bounds at about the 2. Now listen, I get it. There's nobody chasing him. Nonetheless, still pretty impressive. He's getting it 50 yards. Well, as he says that, he shanks one that goes 12 yards. That literally almost went over the fence. But once again, that's why we're out here. Coach Mitchell looks like he's ready to wrap it up. I was talking to Coach Mitchell before the game, and, you know, he's been doing this 28 years as a head coach. And even a night like tonight, you could tell he was a little bit stressed out, not necessarily about his team, but just about the event as a whole. Golly, big number 12, Bryson Kimber. He throws a good ball.
He just looks more and more each year. He looks more like a confident football player, right?
It makes me nervous. A lot of the times, the starting quarterback won't be catching the passes as they're warming up.
Right.
Bryson is, and
you don't want him to jam those fingers,
gosh,
right?
It's almost like, hey, who in the stands wants to go catch for Bryson now? I see several of our new coaches. I mentioned Colson Free down there. We got Coach Cooley coming over for us. Got him new to the staff this year. Coach Cooley is in the room next door to me, so I've got to know him a little bit. We got Coach Hodge down there, new to the Hillcrest football staff. He was part of our freshman staff this year. So we could see all these guys. It's a big night for them.
Here's a new thing for us. You see this? David Jones is controlling our computer right now to make sure we have the settings correct.
Well, David, you can do that anytime you want, dude.
He's watching it. He's working at the Bama Theater tonight.
I didn't know. Listen.
And he said, why does the scoreboard look like that? I said, well, the setting's supposed to be like. So he's doing it right now remotely. Oh, stop messing with him.
Sorry. That's Brett. Hey, Brett signaled for me to do that, David. I'm just kidding. Oh, Lord. This is like Big Brother watching me in a good way.
We don't even have Mixlr going. We didn't even do that, but I guess that's all right.
I don't know what any of this is.
Okay, yeah, he's making some adjustments with some of the other stuff, too.
This is...
But you see, this is going to be wonderful for the season. Like, if we have issues, I can say, hey, David, we're having an issue with this. He can come and check and see what's going on.
David, you can't plan anything. You've got to be in front of your computer from 6:30 to 10:30 every Friday night.
Listen.
Because gosh knows I need a lot of help.
Let me talk a little bit about David, okay?
Sure.
Because, you know, David and Bama stuff.
Right.
And also Alabama Express. Alabama Express is the sponsor of, what are they sponsoring? Alabama Express, Keys to Victory. It's now the Alabama Express Keys to Victory, but David's also a part of Alabama Express. Bama stuff owned by the same Jones family. Okay? He said it's almost like you didn't read the instructions I sent. Well, that's correct. I didn't read the part about the scoreboard.
It's okay.
I knew we weren't going to need it too much tonight. But anyway, continuing what I was saying about David. David is such a great guy. He's one of those guys that will help anybody and everybody at any time that you need him. As a matter of fact, okay, Brian's got to go do something here in just a minute, but as a matter of fact, David, I like to tell this story because I was running. Here you go, Kevin. Get on here and talk while Brian's gone. Right? We got a guest announcer.
This is my big
This is your debut, right?
Yeah,
well, welcome Kevin Thomas to the broadcast.
Well, thank you.
So I'm going to continue so you can hear my story about David here, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
David and I have been friends for several years. And can you get that Bama stuff off of there? Do you know how to get the graphic off of there so it won't stay? But anyway, David and I have been friends for years, and he usually runs the sound. He's the tech guy at the Bama Theater, right?
Right.
Well, a few years ago, he got married, and he got married at the Bama Theater.
Oh.
And he needed somebody. He couldn't run sound at his own wedding, right? So he asked me to come run sound for his wedding.
Okay.
I ran sound for his wedding.
How'd it go? Was it good?
It was amazing.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it was
probably
great.
the best sound they ever had.
Well, you mean the sound? I was talking about the wedding.
Oh.
The sound was fine. It was pretty simple, just a couple of mics, punch button, music, whatever. But it was great. But the thing I was going to say is that this is a demonstration of who David is as a person, because in his wife and his vows, when she was speaking her vows, she said, the first time that we were on our first date, we were at dinner, and he got a phone call. And he looked at it and he was like, or he got a text and he said, I really need to help a friend out with this, and he's having some technical problems and I need to help him out. And as I was up there at the sound booth, I was like, she's talking about me. She didn't say that I was over, she's talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? I asked her after the wedding. It was me. That's who she was talking about.
Technical difficulties with the broadcast. It never happens.
Well, but David's the guy I go to, right?
That's what I'm saying.
He always helps me.
He's your guy.
He is. And he really has helped us this year.
Oh, no doubt.
And I think it's going to help alleviate all of our, well, maybe not all, they're going to happen from time to time, but alleviate a lot of our technical difficulties this year, we are hoping. All right, Brian.
I've just been kicked off.
No, you weren't kicked off. I was just going to tell Brian, change the quarter, clear the notes. It says halftime. We're not really using it yet, David, because the game hasn't started yet, but yeah, we should do that. There we go. Okay. Now, All right, we're about to get started here for football. The team is meeting at midfield. And, Kevin, I'll shut up and I'll let you talk. And you talk about your prepreparation, how things are going for you this year.
Well, I'll tell you what.
The CTE Annex, right? Tell us about it.
Things are going great. Yeah, the programs are growing. A lot of great opportunities. We got a great corporate sponsor with Nucor this year, and they've already donated a lot of materials and things for our students to use, trainers and things that are coming from Nucor. ZF Industries just recently gave us a big load of lumber that our carpentry guys are using, so it's great. Things are going really well. We're really pleased. We got a big grant for our welding program this year, $20,000 grant through the construction industry trades. So things are on the up and up, going great. And of course, all of our other CTE programs as well. Our JROTC, which they'll be here next week. The flag ceremony.
Right.
Of course, our health science, Ms. Higdon, she does a great job with those guys. Ag with Coach Garner, our state championship baseball coach, Coach Garner.
Right.
Just proud of everything CTE wise. We're excited about that. And I'll tell you what, when we went to the baby blue helmets, I love those helmets. I mean, those look great, don't they?
Absolutely. I love it. And with the red as well. And also I love when we have the all blue. But one thing that I like that we don't do is we don't do blue jerseys, blue helmet, and blue pants.
Yeah, it's a boy blue.
I like
That's
that.
a little.
It's just a little. I don't like when teams have entirely one color. You got to have the white. You got to offset it a little bit. Okay. Well, it looks like we're about ready for kickoff. But you said there's no. Well, they are kicking it off, Brian.
I was wrong.
I bet they don't run it back. I bet they just kick it off and stop. Yeah, there won't be a return.
Yeah, just Hudson out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kevin, thanks for joining us. I will let Brian join us back again so we can call the plays.
Well, listen,
but
I have absolutely enjoyed my short time on the air. That was great. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you for all the tech help that you give us as well
we're
on the broadcast.
We're all one team. Team Pats.
Okay, you said there's no kickoff, but okay, here we go. For a second, there was like the kickoff return team's out there, but the kickoff team is not. We do have kickoff sponsor here. If you the kickoff sponsor for this year, Brian, is going to be Hillcrest Tennis.
Hey, I know a little bit about that.
All right.
Hillcrest Tennis, excited to move to 7A as well. We were talking about that today. We paid big bucks for this sponsorship, and I was wrong again because we do have the kickoff team out there. So we'll see. But the Hillcrest Tennis kickoff forthcoming. Once again, Hudson Hall and his
it looks like
seventh-year senior.
Sorry, it looks like the graphic for the Hillcrest tennis kickoff has gone away.
Well, there goes our dollar.
We'll get it back. Yeah. Okay, so here we go with the kickoff. A nice corner kick to about the 15-yard line. It's fielded at about the 18, and the crashing tackle made at about the 22. So Hillcrest will start there, 1st and 10.
Once again, quite the pregame analysis by me, saying no kicking, and that happened on the very first play with a big hit. So good job by that young man. Once again, we mentioned it earlier, a lot of training going on tonight with our coaching.
Caitlin, will you go get Adiana because she needs to be doing this, because she's going to be doing it next week.
Good. This is great. You can feel the excitement out there. I get it. It's just practice right now, but everybody's ready as Bryson goes under center, Brent.
Bryson is under center, yes, for the first play of this scrimmage game. He takes the snap, a handoff over left tackle, only a couple of yards there. The ball comes flying loose, but it's after the whistle blows, so we're good there. All right, so that'll bring up second down. There's no gain on the play. Did you see who that was?
I didn't. I was honestly, it's a little bit of a challenge if I'm trying to do down and distance, so forgive me if down and distance
color commentary as well
aren't as great, but that's okay. So I'm going to keep it, it's right now, I'm going to say it. It's going to be 2nd and 9 right now. I did not see who had that.
I got my binoculars now, so maybe
great.
I can tell.
I may need those soon,
and their jerseys are all pulled up, too, on the shoulder pads.
It looks like Kristen Ritchie in the backfield.
Yeah, that is Kristen Ritchie, I believe. And Kristen Ritchie gets the reception at about the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down right there. No, that was Josh Whitehead. Well, he's wearing...
It's number 6, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, That was Caden Smith. Caden Smith is number 3. This is number 3 right here. That was Caden Smith on that reception.
Oh, I was talking about on the tackle. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the tackle.
Caden Smith was in the backfield and caught the pass out of the backfield.
Right, Joshua Whitehead with the stop right there, assisted by a couple others.
Okay,
but
so
it was Caden Smith.
3rd and 6 for the Patriot offense. Bryson in shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looks over to the right side, and it is in and out of the hands of number 13, Jalen Cook, who had enough for the first down but couldn't hold on.
That's okay. And listen, Jalen wanted to make a great play to kind of start the season off for himself. But once again, training ball's probably not super dry right now. Been raining on the south side of Tuscaloosa right now. But honestly, boys, it's kind of turned in. It's humid out here, but it's turned into a pretty good night.
Back deep for the Patriots to return is Jamarian Bennett, senior defensive back, and punting for Hillcrest, as you mentioned, Brian, is number 49. No, I'm sorry, it's not. Well, it is number 49, or is it 48? I don't know. Oh, driving punt back to the 39-yard line. So a nice punt there by the Patriots. Brand new punter. And that's Matthew Harbin, number 48.
Yeah, we mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
And once again, Jamarian Bennett back to return. Yeah, I think we got a couple folks that were out in the spring. Caden was, I don't know, winning a state championship in baseball, so he didn't run the 40. But when the team ran the 40 during spring, it was Jamarian Bennett as the quickest player. So it doesn't come as much of a shock that he is back returning punts, though. Once again, this is going to be a lot of ones-on-ones right now. So this is going to have Bryson back out there at quarterback once again. Maybe a little confusing to our viewers, but.
All right, here's a run around left end, 45-50, into opposing territory down to the 44-yard line. Goes Jacoby Harris, the 9th grade running back.
Let me just.
Yeah, we can talk about him.
Yeah, we're not going to give away too many secrets about Jacoby, but we've been hearing about this kid since he was a 3rd grader. Talked to a little bit to Coach Dumas about it. Talked to a couple of his teammates. Talked to a couple of parents that are down there. Jacoby is going to get some playing time as a true freshman this year. He is an absolute physical specimen. Great kid. I know all of our position coaches were fighting over where exactly he'd play, but he's going to start it running back, wide receiver, or something like that. You may see Coach Guy, our offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, on the field right now, just getting a better look.
Bryson will keep this over right in. He turns on the Jets. He's to the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. But you see a flag, Brian?
I do. It's right there on about the 15-yard line. It was thrown by the trailing official. I don't know if it is something on the offense. I'm not even sure it was necessary because I think Bryson already had the corner.
So big pickup by Bryson Kimbrough is coming back.
Once again, but we'll see what the call is. I don't think it was necessary, though.
Hey, here's something that is going to be an advantage of us having 2 cameras here this year, Brian, is the fact that we've got a camera that's frozen right now, so we're not able to use it.
Good.
But we have one that's working.
Hey,
so as long as we have one that's working, we're good, right?
That's exactly right. Honestly, that is, I'm not sure that's something that we originally intended, but it's certainly nice to have that option, though.
Yeah. The one over there is frozen, yeah. And we got Mr. Thomas available to go and check and see what's going on with it. How about that?
What a great
ordinarily,
job.
we wouldn't have that privilege, right? Okay, so we're back to after the penalty. I guess it was a spot foul. So
well, they marked it back 10 yards from the 22. I think it was a hold of wherever it was, but it is still enough. Now we're down to 1st and 1, I believe.
1st and 1. Yes. How about that? Not a bad situation to have 1st and 1, even though you'd much rather have it inside the 10, right?
Absolutely.
Can you run this because you're going to be doing it at the game and you need to practice with this? Okay, Bryson takes the snap, drops back. He's being pressured. He's hit right as he releases it.
Now, I'm going to be honest. My heart kind of went into my throat a little bit right there. Bryson's wearing a black shirt.
He's working on camera. It was frozen.
A black shirt generally means no contact. And listen, the young man did not go low. He did not wrap up on Bryson. Nonetheless, you know, I'm not sure Coach Guy and Coach Mitchell, they don't love a ton of contact on our quarterback during a scrimmage, though. But that's part of the game. Football's a collision sport.
All right, 2nd and 1. So Bryson is under center right now. If we miss some of the calls on this, sometimes it might be because we're more worried about tech stuff and our new equipment. And here's Bryson back to pass on 2nd and 1, and he completes it at the 15-yard line. Running east and west after the reception is Caden Smith, but it's enough for the first down. Obviously, a pickup of about 15 yards at the 25.
And Brent, I got a feeling you're going to be saying a lot of that this year. A lot of Bryson to Caden this year. If we're going to have any success on offense, it's going to be those two. Once again, Bryson under center right now. Got a quick toss right now. That may be Jacoby Harris again, picking up around 5 to 6 yards.
No, that was not. That was Christian Ritchie on that carry.
Christian Ritchie's gained some weight, some good weight this year. Great
job.
A
nice stable of running backs there,
you know,
right? With Jacoby Harris, Christian Ritchie, and Caden Smith back there sometimes.
I can always tell how well our running back room is going by how I have conversations with running back coach, Coach Sweeney, one of my best friends. And you know, he was real excited going into this week. Had a great scrimmage on Saturday. And Coach Sweeney's done a great job with these young men, getting them ready for 7A.
Bryson is under center. Christian Ritchie takes the handoff over right tackle. Twists around a bit, but he'll be brought down at about the 16-yard line, and that's very close, but
it looks
maybe about a yard and a half short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Brent. I put it at 3rd and 1. I'll be interested to say it, and Brent, I should have been keeping up with this, but this feels like this is about the 8th or 9th play. It would not shock me if this is the last drive that the ones get right now.
I hate that because this is fun watching them.
It's great, man.
All right, Bryson calling the signals from the shotgun, looks to the sideline, gets some instruction, passes the message along to his offensive line. Some shifts are made in the backfield. Bryson continues to call the signals. Jacoby Harris gets it up the gut. He's got the first down and more as he's driving, carrying tacklers inside the 10. He'll be brought down right at the 10-yard line, and it will be 1st and goal. Actually, 1st and 10 from the 10 in the Centel Home Design red zone.
Thank you so much to the Centels. You know, Barry's faking a Hillcrest tennis. Their daughter Josie Beth starting on the Hillcrest tennis team this year as a 7th grader. So we're very happy to have them in the fold of not only the broadcast but the Hillcrest tennis team.
Bryson under center again. It's the sweep around left end. This one will lose yardage as the sweep went there to the Patriots. Number 4, Jacoby Harris once again.
And Jacoby's getting looks like right now the carries between Christian and Jacoby look close to 50-50, Brent. You know, it's fantastic when the 2 running backs that are carrying the load are a sophomore, and that's the elder statesman, and the other one's a freshman.
Good news for the future, right?
Absolutely.
Bryson in shotgun, back to pass, scoping the field, and almost threw this one into the arms of the linebacker who was waiting for him right there. If you look at the replay, right there, that's number 6, Joshua Whitehead, who was waiting for that one, the outside linebacker. Bryson apparently didn't see him.
Yeah, I thought he was a little bit late. I thought right there he had it right outside the cut before number 6, Josh Whitehead, got there. But great job by Josh. You know, a lot of the times it's hard. You get to a spot and you want to be in constant motion. But Josh did a good job settling in and waiting on Bryson.
Bryson back to pass. Zips this one in down for the Patriots, the first of this game, and that is Jordan Chambers-Smith. So, touchdown pass from Bryson Young. Bryson Kimbrough looking like Bryce Young.
Well, I was about to say,
to Jordan Chambers-Smith.
Looking like Bryce Young with the Alabama Crimson Tide, not the Carolina Panthers.
Did you see the zip he had on that ball? Right across the middle. It was absolutely a thing of beauty.
Yep.
All right, here we are for the Dr. Brandy Patterson Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point.
Thank you once again to Dr. Patterson, to Greg Patterson, wonderful family.
Kind of image.
71.
All right, here we go.
See if we can see who's snapping.
The kicker.
Now, who's snapping, Brent?
Oh, gosh.
Is it Wyatt Garner?
Let me see.
Is it Callan Cozon? It's one of those two.
I'm not really sure, but the extra point by Hudson Hall is up, and it is good. So Hillcrest leads Hillcrest 7-0. I think you have to submit your changes. Is that right?
I got it. Yep, here we go.
Okay, there we go.
go.
All right. So, what's that? No. This is going to be different. We don't really know. We're just watching. Idiana was asking me, is this going to be 4 quarters? I was like, we don't really know. We're just going to see how it goes.
Idiana, as long as there's football being played, by gosh, we're going to try to broadcast.
We'll just go with the flow, see what happens, right?
You know, and I know I keep harping on this, and it's, I've done this my whole adult life, but it's such a unique experience coming to who we came. We're a big-time high school right now, the 30th biggest in Alabama. Just coming to a big high school game. I get it. This is a scrimmage. This is just a warm-up. But nonetheless, you can just see the community here, and everybody's happy. It feels like everybody's back home. I was talking to a friend of mine who's also got a son on his team, Jesse Colburn. He and his wife celebrated their 16th wedding anniversary today. And people were asking them where you're going tonight to celebrate. And they're like, Friday night
going to
football
Hillcrest.
Season. We're going to the football game is where we're going.
Interesting.
That's what we're doing. That's it. Hey, exactly right. Birthdays and anniversaries at Roy Johnson.
Interesting you should say that, too, because next Friday, the 23rd, is mine and Lindsay's 16th anniversary.
There we go.
And guess where we will be?
You are going to be right here. That's fantastic. Fantastic.
There's always Saturday night, though,
Absolutely.
Hudson Hall to kick it off on the Hillcrest Tennis kickoff.
Oh, my gosh, I got to get that better.
Hudson kicks it high to about the 15-yard line where it's fielded. And a seam up the middle. 40, 45, 50, 45, and brought down from behind. Boy, I thought he was gone. And what a return by Christian Ritchie, but he got caught from behind. Believe it or not, if we can see what number that was. It's hard to tell in these practice jerseys what number some of these players are, but that's the explosiveness there. Was that Jordan Chambers?
I don't know. 11 came running off.
It was Christian Ritchie who returned it.
That's great.
But that's
Isn't that funny, Brent? We have so many explosive players. I was like, well, wait a second. That couldn't have been just the sophomore. That had to be Jordan Chambers-Smith. But nope, that wasn't back for Christian Ritchie.
No, I said Caden Smith, not Christian Ritchie.
Once again, nonetheless,
we'll get it right.
man.
I knew it was number 3, and I knew it was Caden in my head, but my voice,
it was Caden Smith.
my brain said Caden Smith. My voice said Christian Ritchie.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
Hey, we're working out the kinks up here, too.
All right, so we do have a new quarterback in the game, and it is Jordan Chambly. Chambly takes the snap, quick pass out to the right side, complete for 10, 12 yards, down to the 24-yard line. That completion, excuse me, to number 88, Trent Curley.
They are kind of sticking to the script right now. And I don't know exactly how many plays the ones got, but this looks like we've moved to the twos. Each of them getting everybody some reps tonight, kind of a 12, 12, 12, 12. Got Jordan Chambly in the shotgun right now. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Got the hand up the middle. Not quite sure who that was, but great job by that D-line snagging them for a loss of 2.
Sorry about that. I was choking on some water.
That's okay.
Swallowed the wrong way.
And Brent, I do think at some point this is a fantastic new press box that we're in right now. Some of you in the community may have seen it, and I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of great things about this. But golly, that air conditioning feels good right now. I'm going to go ahead
with the window open.
Golly. You're right. You're exactly right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But oh my gosh. Brent, you
Jordan
okay over there,
Chambly
buddy?
in
Okay, yep.
shotgun. Throws this one to the outside. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there as the receiver cut to the inside, and Jordan threw it to the outside. Gradually recovering from that.
Got Coach Guy out there now. I got our fantastic O-line coach right now. Coach Ashley out there as well. Greg's pretty animated. Coach Ashley just kind of taking it all in on the 43-yard line. One of our fantastic CTE teachers, inspired by birthday boy Mr. Kevin Thomas. When
Chambly
I think of Bert Ashley, I just think of stoicism, you know?
Chambly changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Throws this one bouncing high up into the air off of his intended receiver's hands at the 22-yard line. But Brian, do you see that? Do you see the zip that Jordan Chambly has?
I was just about to add.
I noticed it in the spring game too.
Right. You know,
he looks almost like a carbon copy of Bryson.
You know, honestly, I think the difference, the arm strength looks similar. It just looks like Bryson is a little more comfortable, maybe going to read 2, read 3. A little bit of Jordan. Hey, that first read's not there. My arm strength's going to get it in. And that's just going to take experience to get through.
Yeah,
okay, quick read, quick read, quick read.
Right, and the good news is that he's a sophomore.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And Bryson's going to graduate this year, and we'll have Jordan ready to step in and take over the reins.
Tradition never graduates.
Hudson Hall on for a 42-yard field goal attempt. Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center field goal attempt. This one is kind of a knuckleball that lands in the middle of the end zone and is no good.
Yeah, but a positive there, fantastic snap, fantastic hold, right? Had to hit a bit of a line drive to get it to the 42 yards, but once again, with a wet ball tonight, I think
wet ball is heavier.
Yeah, absolutely, but also
the field is slick.
Yeah,
you know, his footing's not good.
Foot, but a great job by the snapper and the holder right there. So I think the choking may be a little bit symptomatic here.
All right, so here we go, and let's see what new players we have in the game here.
Probably going to be a lot of the same, except going the other way.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's Jordan Chambly. He's under center now.
By my count, this is their 5th play of the game.
Little toss sweep to the right.
Yeah, I think that somebody blew that dead pre-snap. My guess is somebody flinched on the O-line. Maybe the D-line. Coach Patterson doesn't look thrilled.
Yeah, you can tell. Is this? Looks like we got some newer players in the lineup too. Some younger players, and because you can just look out there and just kind of do a wide scope and tell the difference in the size of the players.
No flag. Hey, the refs are learning tonight too. Got white hat number 1 waving that one off.
This is a dress rehearsal for everybody, right?
Really, we're white hat number 2's over here on the sideline. He's just kind of hanging out. Kevin, do you know who our drum major is? Okay, I was trying, I don't notice him by sight, but I should know. Me too. Do you know who that is?
That's Emerson.
That's Emerson Gore?
Yeah.
Emerson Gore, fantastic, up on the drum major stand beside Megan Miller. So congrats on him on a very important role and a big night for him in his 7th day of his senior year.
And one of the best clarinet players.
There you go. As Mr. Thomas said, one of the top clarinet players not only in this area, but in the state of Alabama.
Okay. Awesome.
We're 2nd and 10, sorry.
2nd and 10, Jordan Chambly takes the snap. Play action, looks across the middle, and
good ball.
What
good
a
ball,
throw.
Good ball.
Just out of the reach of his intended receiver there. That was number 88 for the Patriots. You can see he's unable to pick it off right there at the 34-yard line. The receiver, Trent Curley. But, man, I'm telling you, Jordan Chambly has got a zip on his arm.
And you know what, Trent, right there, Curley is only a 10th grader right there. So
that was a tough
catch. Absolutely.
That was a tough catch. He had to reach out for it.
Good ball by Jordan. A very catchable ball. Would have been a good catch. but nonetheless, great touch by Chambly.
Well, I would say zip more than touch. Look at this one down the sideline, and this one is overthrown a little bit at about the 45-yard line. But, man, when he gets it all together with the timing and the relationship with the receivers, he's going to be special.
And that's a good word you just put right there, relationships. A lot of this right now is not necessarily touch, zip, whatever. It's just finding out rep after rep after rep. And no matter how much you simulate that in the summer or practice, even in a scrimmage, it's just different. It's just different with people out here. With the game being broadcast, I get it. It's only a dozen people. But nonetheless, a lot of these kids are probably going to go home and watch it.
Right. And Jordan Chambers-Smith is back to punt for the Pats. He stands at his own 6-yard line. He gets the snap, gets the kick away, and it's a nice one.
End over end.
All the way back to the 48-yard line where it is fielded, and immediately brought down is the Patriots' Jamarian Bennett. But, hey, not a bad kick there.
And listen,
Brad would be here to do the math to tell me how far that punt was.
Well, I'll go ahead and do the math and just guess right now. That was exactly a 42-yard punt.
42. Scrimmage was about the, the 15?
15, 35 plus that, so we're going to go 38. How about that?
That's
right around 42.
Close to a 40-yard punt.
I'll be honest, it's a little confusing right there because on special teams, the reds and the whites gets mixed up a little bit. So we had red tackling red there, but that's what we're here for. I'm telling you, Kevin, you're better at this than me. Any idea how many fans are here tonight?
What's the stadium like?
Our guess is in both sides in the 5 region.
I would say
A couple thousand? Yeah, I mean, you look back there, the fences are lined right now, so great turnout tonight.
Hey, can we go get Avery over here so she can kind of see? No, you stay. You run it. Let her go get Avery. Huh? What?
It can be.
No, that's not a trash can.
Oh, never mind. It can't
That's
be.
got extension cords. Avery, you need to be kind of paying attention to what's going on and maybe taking a. Why don't you let Avery take a turn and you kind of coach her?
Uh-oh, Avery. Stepping up to the big time.
This is my job and stuff like that. Because I was helping name him whoever was tackling, whoever had the ball.
You were helping.
Look at Jordan Chambly back in the shotgun right now. White team. First and 10 from their own 47. Brent, you could take over.
Okay. Chambly under center. Takes the snap. The toss sweep. And the tackle made in the backfield as that one was going nowhere. It's hard to see the number here. It's 23.
That's right.
23, and that's Jay Leatherwood.
I know he's listed. I know it is Jay Leatherwood.
It is.
He's listed as
back,
a right.
DB.
Yeah. I think he's getting some reps at running back as well, though. When I looked on the schedule, the roster originally and saw him listed as a DB, I was a little surprised because I've heard some about him in the backfield.
Jordan in shotgun now. It's 2nd and 12. Chambly play action, being pressured, and gets tagged for the sack as there is no contact with the black jerseys, as you said.
Yeah, I'm not sure Coach Guy is thrilled with that play being stopped right there, but I 100% get it from the official standpoint. That's one of the plays where, honestly, in real action, Jordan will be able to step up, kind of just take the touch. I believe he had somebody. I think he was going to air that one out a little bit, so I think we all wish we could have seen that arm.
But also the defender wasn't coming as hard
100%.
as they might have
Great
been.
point. Great point. And the white hat did exactly as instructed.
Let her go help him. Let her run this for a while, and you coach her.
And once again, great zip right there by Jordan Chambly. Probably needs to get a little bit more touch onto it. But once again, only a sophomore. Got 3 full seasons to kind of grow into hopefully the quarterback we're
with
expecting.
Potential.
Absolutely.
All right. Punting for the Pats once again, Matthew Harbin. Punting was a question mark coming into this season.
It still might be. Golly, it looks like we got about 40 players out there. Golly.
Looks like they're going for the block, doesn't it? Matthew Harbin gets this one away. It's a nice end-over-end punt.
Ball.
Fair catch is bobbled and fumbled, but recovered by the Red at about the 38-yard line.
But I think
Can y'all replay that one real quick?
I think that's a red of the other team, though.
Well, a little bit late now. Oh, you were replaying it. Okay, good job.
We'll see right there. Brent, I think that was, man, literally, I think why it looked like there were 40 players is 19 of the 22 on the field had red on. So I believe it was.
It was a little bit of an optical illusion.
Well, I think it was the kicking team who actually recovered that.
This is why teams, yes. Oh, it was?
I believe so. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I
I'm
thought
pretty
it was
sure.
the receiving team.
So I think most of the receiving team tried to block. So I think there was only a player or two back there. But
this is why teams wear different colors when they're opponents.
Mr. Jones. That's a great point. But that's it, right? I'm pretty sure you're right, Mr. Thomas. I'd have to check the rule book, of course, but I believe that is one of the HSAA rules, correct? Let's see who comes out under center this time.
Mr. Thomas.
We got a brand new quarterback right now. See if we can get a number for you.
Oh, this is great. I'm back on the air. Look at me.
Yes.
Now I can't see anything.
Well, it's okay. We don't quite have a number for this.
Look at that run.
But we got right there.
He broke that one. That was great.
We do. Tough a little bit. Looked like number 9 right there. Nope, certainly not number 9. That was not Adrian Love. But it was a number 9. We're getting into a little bit of the point in the roster right now, Kevin, where these I believe are the JV kids. I know once we get down and kind of into the third 12, so it may be one of these things where we get to call the action a little bit, but we might not be able to give the players any love yet, though.
I got you. I won't make up any names.
That's okay. You can. You certainly can.
Okay.
Under center right now, I formation. Up the middle. Great job by this number 9. Kind of drags big number 98 for about 6 yards.
I'll tell you one thing I noticed is all the coaches are out on the field.
Yep, they did.
Behind the offense.
They do.
I mean, the entire coaching staff
they do.
Off the sideline, on the field, getting a different perspective
all of them.
plays.
It's interesting. And I'm noticing right now a lot of our freshman coaches, everybody coaches everybody for us, but a lot of the kids, a lot of our coaches more dedicated to freshmen and JV out there, though. So in the shotgun right now, looks like second and about 5. 2 wide receivers to the left. Pats, he does float it up. Nice touch.
Oh, we got a flag.
Got a flag down. Looked like that was a fantastic touch. And I don't know this young man that's named throwing the ball. I believe he might only be a freshman this year. If it's who I think it is walking the hallways, he certainly doesn't look like a freshman, but great touch. Mr. Thomas, I'm going to switch directions a little bit. On a Friday night, how much do you miss being down there with the band? I know you dedicated a lot of your adult life to it.
Yeah, absolutely. About 24 years.
So it's got to be, I know you love your current position, whatever, but it's still got to be a little bit tough on a Friday night, seeing them down there.
My intention a lot of times after a play will go to what's the band.
Of course.
What are they doing? What are they playing? But, yeah, Miss Miller, Mr. Dickerson are doing a great job getting these kids ready for this football season. I know they're excited, too, moving to 7A.
Good.
We're going to see some different bands, some different groups come through.
Fantastic.
So we're all excited about that. Oh, to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. I thought he had it. He thought he had it too.
Me too, and honestly, I was a little surprised there wasn't a flag. I do want to give a shout out right now to some people for a time. We got Jeff Free up here checking on us. If you just come on a Friday night and see how, I don't want to say it's never seamless, but at times it seems that way. There are so many moving parts to this and so many people that never get credit. We had dads down here setting up tents. Kevin, I think you were down here possibly, had a tent fly away about 5:15, flew across the field with all of our equipment, all of our AV equipment under there. So a little bit of a botch play right there, and they're not supposed to tackle the quarterback, so a little bit interesting there.
Yeah, people don't realize what all goes into, especially football on a Friday night. There's so much that goes into it. You don't see. You walk in the stadium, you sit down, you start watching the game. The preparations of getting everything out here, getting the band instruments out here, getting all the football equipment out here. I mean, everything's set up. It's, and I'm part of that process. And it
We
takes
all
us,
are.
I mean,
and
it takes us, we start at 1:30. Game.
And even beyond that, it's kind of like all day we're prepping for it, checking the weather, doing the little things.
Absolutely.
Hand off over the left end, cuts it back, picks up roughly 8 yards, brings up a 4th and 2. We'll see what Coach Jamie Mitchell does, if he wants to check a little special teams or if he wants to get a short yardage situation. Looks like that offense is staying in on a little longer than I thought. 4th and 3. We do. I saw Colin recently. I see the Hendersons right there. We saw Jackson Henderson and Brooks Tennell in the booth.
He was open in the flat right there.
He did.
Yep.
Great missed pass right there on the 4th and 3. So change of possession, which basically means they're just going to switch sides of the field probably.
Yes.
Because this is not your traditional game if you're just joining us. Just giving a couple series to the ones, a couple more to the twos, and then a couple to our JV and freshman squads. As Mr. Thomas noted, we've got about every coach we have out on that field right now. We do.
That's right.
That's okay. They want to get out there instructing, hands-on.
Well, they can't do it on a Friday night. So
exactly. And if
do it while you can.
Right, if you ever watched the practice, kind of how it goes. They're on the field doing that. Actually, we're going the same direction. 1st and 10 from the 18.
Overthrew that one just a little bit.
Right there. Once again, when it's not a lot of reps with these kids. It's interesting. Our coaches out there, Mr. Thomas or anybody, I see Coach McKinney down there, and he's coaching just as hard right now as he does with the ones. It's just sometimes when you get it in your blood, doesn't matter what level they are right now.
That's right.
Got a little phone call going on with some of our staff over there. That's okay.
Ooh, that was a good run. Digging. That's good. He's a lot of effort behind that run right there.
Helmet's popping off down there. Definitely Friday night. Mr. Jones, anything we can help with?
No, I'm good. I'm
okay.
Just seeing if I can troubleshoot that.
Okay. Once again, working out a few kinks. Got Kevin Thomas on the mic along with myself, making sure everything's good. Brad's down there putting out fires or starting fires. We're not sure which one. Either way, we miss them up here, but we're taking care of business up here.
Yeah,
what do we got? Yep, go for it.
I don't get the opportunity to get on the mic very much.
I know.
So I'm excited.
It's neat, man.
This is a big deal for me.
Yep.
Like on my birthday. I mean, what a present. Oh,
yep.
Nobody in that corner.
Nope, but that's okay. We got it over there. Moves to 4th and 10.
Yep.
And you can see right now the experience of these young men. Very different than we saw half an hour ago,
yes,
Kevin, with these with the ones. They just haven't had this experience yet.
And as they grow and mature, they'll look just as good as those ones do.
And it's a big deal for them to finally be on this field. A lot of those kids you're seeing right now, they were on this field last year, though, but they were playing for Hillcrest Middle or Duncanville Middle. So it's nice for them to get out there. A lot more people in the stands. Great ball. It's a little hard, y'all. We're trying to give y'all names, but a lot of these JV kids, the numbers are going to overlap with some of our starters, so we're not quite sure what number everybody is, but you're getting a good view of it at least.
Be a little more solid next week with our lineup.
Got Florence coming in next week. Hopefully a little bit better weather. 1st and 10 again, as you can see. Very loose rules.
Oh, got in there on that. Yeah.
Did.
Good defensive play. Good
Great job, Brush. I'm not sure if that was a blitz or not, but should bring up about 2nd and 12. Adiana, how many cameras do we have working? Just one? Okay, cool.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's okay. Which side? Okay, we got the south side? Okay, cool. And honestly, guys, that may be the end of the game right now. We got both teams coming off.
That's halftime.
Are we doing halftime?
Yep.
Okay, that's right. We will see if they come back out.
All right.
And Kevin, I may let you. Kevin, I may let you introduce this band since that's much more your expertise than mine. Are they coming out at halftime?
I think so.
Okay, but that's what my understanding too.
It looks like they're still in the stands right now.
Maybe not.
I don't think they realized it was halftime.
Okay, cool. Here they come.
I can't find that camera. Did you just do a standard shot?
I know they've been working hard.
Yeah, they have.
Just like the football team, they do a lot of things during the summer camps, long practices, 8 to 8 every day.
Right.
That they're getting after it too. They work just as hard as a football team, put on a good show, a good product for everybody. That's kind of the Hillcrest way, right?
Absolutely.
Everything we do with excellence.
Just a lot what we said with these young men on the team. A lot of these young men and women.
What?
I said one Patriot at a time.
One Patriot at a time. Excellence. One Patriot at a time. Yep. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, that's in the ballpark of one of our slogans. That's okay.
I mean, it's close.
But like I said, very similar to the football team. A lot of these young men and women were on the field last year in the middle school.
That's
It's
correct.
a big deal for them.
It is.
Oftentimes, this may be the biggest crowd they're played to. So there's just a very exciting time for them as well, though. Also, you know what? They're learning as well. Just like everybody's learning. It's kind of like it's different when it's game day. So they're getting ready to do it.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for them to practice their processes, what they do, what time they do certain things, and getting things out to the field, getting their uniforms on, getting things like that. This is a good opportunity for them to practice those things and be ready for the the real deal on Friday night. So this is a great event to be able to do those things. No pressure. I mean, it's not. We're not timed on this halftime, so if we have somebody run over, it's not a big deal.
Good.
There is in regular season, if you go over the allotted time, there's a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff on the second half. But it's don't have to worry about this year. You just take your time.
And Mr. Thomas, I apologize if I'm putting you on the spot here, but do you know the number right here we have this year? I mean, it just looks significantly bigger than last year.
I think it's around 115, 120.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So like you mentioned earlier, we took a hit with COVID, but everybody all around the state did. It wasn't just Hillcrest.
Of course.
So we're slowly getting back to where we need to be. And Miss Miller and I actually were talking about this before the game. There's so much growth happening at our middle schools. Our middle school band directors, Sam and Brooke at Duncanville, they're doing such a great job at their middle schools. I mean, it's just seeing those programs expand, grow. And,
You're right.
And it's going to do the same thing here. So we're looking, several years down the road at numbers and the growth. It's going to be exciting.
And both of those band directors at the middle schools, they've been there a while.
And they've both been there 2 or 3 years,
right? So that's good.
That makes a big difference.
It's probably difficult to do that at the middle school level because oftentimes those folks are looking to move up to a high school. So it's good to do. Good to have that.
Or they're looking to go back to get a master's degree, things like that. So there's all kind of not issues, but all kind of things that happen there. But the directors we have there, they do a great job. I mean, they're fantastic. I love work. I've gone down and worked with those bands at both places. I love working with those guys, those kids. They're always excited too.
And I think right now they're about to play, so we're going to let everybody listen right now. We'll pull our microphones there, and we'll shut up for a minute and let you listen to the Pride of Patriot Parkway.
and gentlemen, the Hillcrest High School Marching Patriot Band. Live at Patriot Parkway, the best band in all the land.
Oh, because he's white. All right, Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band, and a nice little, we're talking about this being a dress rehearsal for us, and a nice little benefit of this right now, and having the two, I don't know why that's doing that, and having the two cameras as opposed to just the one is, goodness gracious, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Having the two cameras as opposed to just the one is that during that halftime show, we had one of our cameras pretty much doing a wide shot of the band, and another camera that was searching for some good, interesting close-ups throughout the show. So they were able to switch back and forth
Is there ever a way to split the screen? I'm too naive to know if that's possible.
We can.
Okay, but it just doesn't look good? Okay.
No, it's not that it doesn't look good. It's just that we don't really have a whole lot of reasons to do that.
Cool. Got it.
We haven't really worked on that, but we could if we wanted to.
I wasn't sure if it was one of those, like we wanted to show a close-up of one and then a broad shot or everybody. I don't know. So
let's go to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth.
Thank you, David Jones. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And since we're here, and Brian, let's see. Let's have you move that way. No, this way.
Boom.
This way.
Perfect. I can be right in front of the computer.
Yeah, but get right here so we see. Is I don't want your head. Now you see we got to work on this lighting in here too, right?
You know
because
what?
we got this new fluorescent light and it's so dark. But we'll be about here when we have our stools, right? Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'm telling you,
this logo won't get in our way.
I may stand up some weeks because this is a good height to just to look at it.
But you'll have a stool, so you'll be at the right height anyway.
Brent, I'm a stander up.
Okay.
I'm more like when I teach, I can't sit down. I'm more. Now the problem is I'm never still.
Gotcha. I get it. But the halftime show, if we could go to Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show, is Stephen Fikes All-State will be our sponsor.
I've heard of that guy.
Every year for our first downs, and we should have been calling his first downs here during the game, but we have not. But Stephen Fikes, let me say something about him.
Right.
He has been a sponsor of ours for this broadcast since day one.
He is absolutely.
This is year 11 of the broadcast, and he made a Facebook post last night that I think is so important. And for those of you watching and listening out there, this is so important. He said, pay attention to the signage and the commercials and all that kind of stuff when you come to these games, because these people aren't doing it to try to, increase their business 100-fold. They're doing it to support your kids who are out there on the field. So pay attention and support them because they're supporting your kids.
And you know what I think?
Absolutely
one
true.
of the biggest compliments I can hear about Hillcrest is, and Coach Mitchell and his wife Ginger have said this a lot about Hillcrest, is we're a big-time school with a small-town feel sometimes with all that signage. So while we have 1,400 kids, it still has that hometown feel.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Hudson Hall to kick off, as I believe we have the frontline players for the kickoff and kickoff return. A high short kick to about the 15, which is bobbled and picked up, but he'll be forced to stop it right there as the Patriots, number 89, Ashton Wilson on that return.
Good job, Ashton.
Hey, Avery, you know how to do the replays?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you don't have to right now, but I'm just telling you just to be ready and to think about whether something is worthy of having a replay. Coaching being done here in the booth as well.
Fantastic, and we're so happy to have Avery on board this year.
Oh, man, Avery is awesome. She's been one of my top theater students for
good.
4 years now.
And she knew what she was getting herself into.
Absolutely.
If she's
and
been
she
with
still
you, she
chose to be up here.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, she should be sainted right now. You know that?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, look, Bryson Kimbrough back in the game. The one's back in the game, and a handoff over right tackle. And on that carry is Christian Ritchie. It's a short gain. Second down, and we'll say about 9.
Right, and once again, I don't know if we're still on scripted plays or not. I know Coach Mitchell is big on we're going to go through the script, especially in games like this.
Bryson under center, and he trips. He trips over his center's back leg as he was backing up out of the snap.
Yeah, and I
you
could be
can see
wrong.
it here on the
Yeah,
replay.
okay. Did somebody step
He
on his
steps
foot?
back.
Yeah,
it looks
I think
like,
right there. I think somebody was pulling possibly, either
Right.
that center or that guard, stepped on Bryson's left foot right there.
Right.
Obviously broke his stride. And it's something that Coach Mitchell, I'm sure, will break down on film probably tonight, and they'll go over Sunday during the team meeting, the coaches meeting, and then make sure they go over with the kids Monday morning.
I'm going to kind of watch. I'm going to try to call this because you have to follow the ball when you're calling plays.
Right.
But I really want to watch Zay Hall because I haven't really watched him much
Yep.
during this game. But Bryson is in shotgun. He takes the snap. He drops back. And a whistle blows before he passes
I think
the ball.
Bryson got touched, right? It was
Okay.
one of those things where we want as little contact as possible on number 12 tonight. You can see Bryson even looking back at the white hat like, hey, man, I was stepping
So you
up
got
in the
the camera
pocket.
back?
They were not going to get me. Going back to Zay Hall, you can see Zay Hall there. He was
dropped back into coverage.
Yeah, he did, exactly. And his eyes on the quarterback waiting right there. That was 3rd and long, despite what my graphic says at 1st and 10. And he was making sure I'm not letting anybody get it over the middle.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
It looks like Jordan Chambers-Smith back to punt again.
Right.
This time all right, the line of scrimmage is what, the
Looks like the
20-yard line.
A little bit before that.
Oh, I'm sorry, 15-yard line.
Right about the 13 or 14.
I'm looking at the yardstick.
That's okay.
Okay, right now,
Yep.
not the yard mark. It's the 14. Look at this.
Yeah.
Nice kick from Jordan. It's fair caught at about the 45-yard line. So
it's a 31-yard kick, but it was also
nice and high. Fair
it was
caught.
a 31-yard kick. Not only that's what it was netted. No return right there.
Right, exactly.
Obviously, Jay had a little bit more distance on it, but I still remember Jay Bramlett was known to get no returns. Right, all that height on
so
there.
high. But he had the height and the distance.
Well, that's what I was saying. To be a 5-year D1 starter.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw Jay at one of the 3 state championships games. He's doing well right now, back in Tuscaloosa, still in great shape, possibly waiting an opportunity. But if that doesn't come, he's looking to go into some sort of EMS, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
I saw him at La Grande
That's
Fiesta.
great.
Yeah.
Thank LeGrand for taking care of the faculty the other day.
Oh, yeah, and taking care of me on many Friday
Absolutely.
nights, too. Bryson Kimbrough back to pass, zips it across the middle, and it's caught at the 24-yard line, and this will be a touchdown to Christian Ritchie for the Pats. Wide open across the middle, Christian Ritchie was a little bit short on the delivery, but still touchdown for the Pats.
And I don't know exactly what the coverage was. Can we ever see a replay twice?
No.
Okay, then I won't even. But
we can.
Yeah.
Can you go back to the replays in the? Yeah, actually we can. We're going to do it.
If you notice right now,
she's going to play the replay for you again.
Zay Hall was alone, and he had to choose between 2 people crossing. Watch Zay Hall there.
That'll be a good thing to add this year.
Zay Hall right here goes with that number, that guy down the seam, and then nobody picks up Christian Ritchie. So I think Zay Hall right there was in no man's land. He was trying to cover 2 people. He went with the inside guy down the near hash seam. They got him on the outside seam with Christian Ritchie.
Right. Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt coming from Hudson Hall. The kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights, and it is good.
If he'd kicked a 42-yarder that way, it would have been good.
Is that the red again, or the red? So now the score is 7-7?
Sure, that
Let's
sounds
make
good
it that way, right?
I like a good close game.
No, you don't. You like the blowouts.
I'm good in close games that don't matter. No matter who wins, I'm happy.
Okay. This is fun, and this has been a great dress rehearsal for us.
Freaking no pressure
because
for me up here
we're
either.
figuring things out up here technically, how we're going to do this. We're getting to know this year's team a little bit better before they hit the field in the regular season next Friday night. This is awesome. We've done a lot of troubleshooting and problem solving up here.
Excellent. See who comes out. Is that Bryson out there again, Brent? Yes, it is.
All right. But, yeah, if you will coach Avery on how you went to the extra replay and were able to do it again, right? You did. I know, but I'm talking about when Coach P asked for the replay again.
Bryson under center, I formation, play action, good zip, over to number 11 right there. Jordan Chambers-Smith breaks a tackle, breaks another.
Look at him spinning, breaking tackles all the way down to the
like
36-yard line. Face mask. Let's run that replay.
Yep.
He stepped out of bounds.
Did he? Okay.
The officials missed it. You can see it right there. Well, you can't see on the replay. The camera wasn't quite there. But it looked like he stepped out of bounds, but the officials didn't see it. I may be wrong.
Gracious. There are 13 officials out there.
Yeah, let's do the replay again. Okay. Let's see if we can see it. But be ready to exit the replay if live action starts back. Here's the replay again. Let's see if we can see down here if he steps out of bounds.
Can't really tell. Right there,
close.
It's real close.
But man,
we
what
can't see
balance!
The face mask right there.
Yeah, spinning around, and yeah, that was nice.
And if you've forgotten, that's the young man that also punted it 32 yards with quite the hang time.
That's right, and a previous punt close to 40 yards.
Right. Marking off 15 more right now. Should get the Patriots near the red zone.
And that will be a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
And, Brent, we are right on the edge of the red zone. Who's sponsoring the red zone, Brent?
The red zone is the Centel Home Design Red Zone.
And you know what?
We're not quite there yet, though. We're 1 yard away.
But we missed it a couple times, so we're going to give them the 21 and a half, and they are right on the cusp.
We'll make it the almost
Centel. There we go.
Yeah, let's put the almost Centel Home Design Red Zone. All right, so Bryson takes the snap, the pitch, around right in, nowhere to go.
I think Greg Patterson had enough right there. Greg Patterson said, you know what? I'm sending a rush blitz. If we get beat, we get beat. But I'm sick of them trying to do this. We're going to go the old-fashioned way and just send 7.
It worked, and Jacoby Harris got stopped in the backfield. You keep that one.
You're good. I'm just trying to figure out.
I got another one in here.
I'm trying to figure out some of these new numbers I see out there.
But you hold on to that one. Just keep it over there with you.
That's what I thought it was. That's Brooks Henderson in at tight end. Obviously, younger brother of last year's tight end and state baseball championship hero Jackson Henderson.
Play action and a pass zipped to the left side by Bryson Kimbrough, which will be enough for the Stephen Fikes All-State first down as the Patriots number 15 Xavier Nora goes out of bounds at about the 13-yard line.
A lot of new names right now.
No, you don't have to play it again.
Getting a little quick. 3rd and 1 right now inside the Centel Home Design red zone. If I said 3rd and 12, I meant 3rd and 2.
Oh, I thought he got the first down. Okay, but he did not. It is 3rd and 1. Here's the snap and the handoff over left tackle. A big hit. Play that replay for me. We can see who got that big hit.
The line to make.
I think that was Zay on that big hit.
He ain't scared to hit.
Let's see. And boom. No, that was number 6 for the Patriots, Josh Whitehead on that big hit.
Zay was in there. Zay got him first and was kind of holding him up for his teammate to come in 4th and literally about 6 inches, Brent.
All right, let's see what happens here. Bryson in shotgun on this 4th down formation. Handoff, and look at that.
Good, he got it. Second effort.
He was so close. Second effort. Let's play that replay. Yep. Let's see if he got this first down or not. But look, it was also, I believe, Josh Whitehead there on the tackle again. Yes, Josh making 2 big hits in a row from his outside linebacker position. So they did not give him the first down. I think Josh Whitehead was able to stop him.
Fired up.
So the defense with a big stop inside the Centel Home Design red zone, and now the offense will go back in the other direction. Well, they're out of the red zone now because they got stopped, and it's the other team's ball.
We will see, though.
Turnover on downs.
Let's see which direction the offense is going to go.
What?
They're coming back. Offense. Okay. Yeah. They're going to completely respot the ball on the south 20. Not quite sure what direction we are going. Okay.
This is one of those games. It's my rules. I'll do what I want.
It is. Exactly right. We are going south to north, so 70 yards for this one. Is that Bryson?
Bryson still in the game? Yep, that's Bryson. Slinging it out here to the left side, but it gets deflected at the line of scrimmage and will be incomplete. Let's see if we can see who got their hand on this one. Nice job. I could not. It was the right defensive end or outside linebacker. 94. I believe it was 94. Who is Jeremiah Beverly. All right, so 2nd and 10 from the 30. Bryson in shotgun. Back to pass. Slings this one just a little bit out of the reach of his intended wide receiver, number 88, Trent Curley.
New names in there it looks like Bryson's throwing to right now. So this may be we're going to keep our one quarterback in, maybe let him throw to some of the number 2s of the wide receivers, maybe even the 3s, just in case it comes a situation where some of the starting wide receivers might have to miss a little time.
Let them develop some of that
Right.
chemistry.
It's also a pretty big deal between our offense and our defensive coaches, Brent. You know, we're all friendly as a staff, but everybody's competitive. So a little bit of trash talking this week as we went into tonight.
Bryson back to pass, scrambling around, looks downfield. He'll let this one go off the back of his foot, and he got touched right before he released it. But the pass was out of reach of his intended receiver down here on the left sideline.
But Brent, did we see Bryson's arm strength right there?
That was
Moving
off his
backwards,
back
right?
foot,
Back
yeah.
foot. What did he throw that in the air? 30 yards right there?
I believe so.
And it was not exactly on a line, but it certainly wasn't on a loop either.
That's a college quarterback right there.
D1.
Absolutely. Jacoby Harris is going to go back and receive this punt. And back to punt again for the Patriots this time is Matthew Harbin. It's nice to see that we have 2 punters
There it is.
developing here.
Also competition. You know
Yeah.
that? You want to get back there and you want to punt, then by gosh, you better perform in moments like this.
Somebody gets hit, twists an ankle,
That's
something
it.
like that. You need a good backup punter for sure. This time, though,
Oh, no.
they're going to let him
Whoa,
tackle
whoa.
him? Okay, let's blow the whistle,
Okay,
yeah.
whoa.
Okay, let's do the replay on that one, Avery, because on
I know we
this,
didn't.
there was a big rush on, they got through, and it was going to be blocked. So Matthew just decided that he was going to tuck it and run, and he got tackled in the backfield. But I was surprised in wearing the black jersey that the officials didn't blow the
Well, he
whistle.
had the green jersey on, the special teams. But
the green. Oh,
it was a little bit difficult than Mr. Thomas was joking over here. I'm not sure if he knew those people coming after him or trying to block the people because they were all the red. You know, Matthew's like, you know what? I'm not sure, so I'm tucking and running, by gosh. So,
why is my team turning around
That's
trying to block
exactly
the
right.
kick?
What did I do to these guys?
It does get a little bit confusing, yeah.
But that's what we're here for.
Especially on
Yep.
special teams.
And you can see Jamie Mitchell out there talking to not only some of his players, but some of his coaches. And I know Jamie well enough to where his philosophy on mistakes like that is no excuses. Fix it. No excuses. Make something do. Fix it right now. We never want to have that situation happen again.
Avery, another thing that you can do, I'm going to mute while I'm telling
You're
her
good.
this. Okay,
Hey,
you go ahead
Bryson
and
in the
call this.
shotgun. Man in motion. Got the jet sweep right here. Looks like that's number 30 right now. Big hit on the sideline. Number 30 right there. That's Amari Taylor. That's an 11th grader. Good timing right there between him and Bryson. And, you know, Amari's somebody who's not gotten a ton of first-team reps, so it's good to see. Also, I don't think that's actually Bryson in anymore. I think that's Jordan Chambly in. So we're looking at a lot more 2s right now. Number 18, Jordan Chambly, in as quarterback. Looks like we're coming in a little bit of wishbone right now. Brooks Henderson moving to the other side of the line. This is definitely a different look. Wow,
Here's a handoff. Yeah, it's the quick belly play. And a nice run there up the gut.
Belly play that almost looked disguised as a triple option, Brad.
Yeah, and
you know
that was Jay Leatherwood on that
yeah.
carry. Jay showing some
How much have we
toughness up there.
Can you remember us doing any sort of like look like I'm seriously, look wishbone to me right there. I mean, I don't remember a ton of that.
Wishbone-ish.
Yeah. I mean the
single wingish.
Right, the tailback was a little bit deeper than an obvious wishbone.
Right.
You know what that does? That makes another team prepare for one more set
That's
for
right.
us.
That's right. Jordan Chambly in at quarterback now, in case we didn't mention that. He's up and under center. Really tight formation here. Here's a sweep around right in coming from motion. It's number 30, Omari Taylor.
Yeah, that's one I had to catch.
Omari Taylor, nice little pickup and showing some wheels there. Pickup of about 4. And we'll give him 3 down to the 43-yard line.
I keep harping on this, Brent, but we got so many kids down here, just having a good time. And whether it be, elementary kids or middle school kids, and it's nice to just see everybody coming back together. Got a group of kids down here playing some version of stop and go. It's nice seeing that back in Roy Johnson.
Chamblee back to pass, scoping the field, hits it across the middle, and it's a little bit too hot for his intended receiver.
Heat on the throw ain't the problem. That's for sure.
Right. Once he develops that touch, you better look out.
Yeah, I think it's kind of what offensive coordinator Greg Guy is saying a little bit, like, hey, ball's going to get there. You know exactly what type of ball Jordan throws. Be ready. Got 3rd and, let's call it 7 right now. On the red team's 42. Bryson in the shotgun. Bryson looks, goes down the middle. Good ball. Once again, and I apologize, Jordan Chamblee down the middle. Once again, another good ball. A little bit out in front of number 21 right there. Looks like Caden Treadway, maybe not. But a catchable ball would have been a nice play, but nonetheless, one that Coach Guy, Coach Mitchell probably expect them to make. Brings up 4th and 12, though.
4th and 12, and I guess this is practicing for a situation like this.
Sure it is.
Ordinarily, you would punt on 4th and 12, but sometimes you need to go for it on 4th and 12.
4th and 12.
So why not practice the situation?
Down 3 minutes to go.
Chamblee back to pass. Beautiful pass at the 25-yard line, incomplete, in and out of the hands of his receiver. That one should have been caught. It was put right on the money and with touch. But the Patriots, number 82, DeMarcus Ryle, could not hold on for the first down. Now, that was the touch on that one there, Pete.
Beautiful ball. You know what? He only had half a step from the young man that was in coverage. Put it exactly where he needed to be. And don't get me wrong, Jordan probably does need to have a little bit more touch on the ball. Nonetheless, if I had to say stock up or stock down on Chamblee after tonight, I'm going stock up.
Way up.
You know that?
I noticed that in the spring game, too. He looked really good. He's definitely got the potential.
Got to figure we're probably not going to see
Just
too many
reps.
drives. That's it, and that's what makes tonight so important.
Yep.
Do we still have Jordan out there, or we decide to go 4 on 11? I don't think that's it. But then again,
that is what it looks like.
Excuse me, 5 on 11. Coach Ashley has his offensive line ready. Here comes the rest
Coach
of the
Ashley,
group.
maybe he's going to play right tackle. What do you think?
I'll take Coach Ashley any day of the week at right tackle.
Now I know he's a former player.
Right.
I'm sure he was an O-lineman, right?
He's
what
an
position
O-lineman.
on the O-line did he play?
My guess is guard, but I could be wrong. Next time I get talking to him Monday, I'll ask Bert, though.
Yeah.
Trips. Wow, 4 wide receivers.
One goes in motion from left to right. The snap to Chamblee. He's back to pass.
Good
Deep
ball.
down
Good
the field,
ball.
and this one is caught at the 35, the 30, the 25, and dragged down. No, not yet. And fighting for the goal line and into the end zone.
Brett,
Yes, touchdown.
Brett, that's number 85,
Touchdown,
Gunnar Webb.
Patriots.
Gunnar Webb, number
Gunnar
85.
Webb, look at him just dragging the Patriots, number 25, Keatori Hayward, into the end zone.
Brett.
Wow.
Look at Gunnar.
That's the play of the game.
Absolutely.
And that's a 70-yard touchdown
Absolutely. All of Gunner's friends over there to celebrate with him. That's fantastic.
Wow. Nice. Oh, what happened?
That's okay. Nothing. We almost your little got a little tough. Almost took some stuff with you. You're good though. That's a great play by Gunnar right there. And like we were saying, Brent, it was a beautiful pass, Mr. Thomas. Everything was right on touch for them. This time, no power, feathered it in there. honestly hit Gunner in stride, and he took it the rest of the way, 38 yards or so. That's exciting. That's two sophomores, passer and receiver, connecting for the touchdown. Going for the extra point to put the white team up.
Dr.
14
Brandy
to 7.
Patterson,
Absolutely.
of Brookwood
Ooh,
Women's
messed
Health
up.
Center extra point. Did you find that, Avery?
We had a bit of a botched hold right there.
Field goal. It's called field goal. Yeah, that's the one.
Brent, that 70-yard, I believe you said, that 70-yard touchdown.
Field shot.
That puts up the white team 13 to 7.
Field goal, Buck. Yeah,
after we could not even get the extra point attempt off. That's a great job, though. I don't know how much more we're going to have, but great job. Definitely, if we're going play of the second half, the play of the second half brought to you by the Hillcrest Theater Department. That is going to be it right there.
Because it was very dramatic.
Hey,
right?
oh, look at you. Mid-season form there, Brent. You know? You've been in the basement. Brent, we're so happy Mr. Jones is back. Very minor illness, but one that kept him out a few days. So he's been in the basement at the house, watching film, being ready.
Working on tech.
That's right.
All right, what do we got here? Okay, Jordan
back
Chamblee coming back.
I want another one to Gunner Webb, number 3. Is he in the game? Doesn't look that way.
Here's a handoff. Nice run there by the Pats, number 9. No, not number 9.
I think it was
8.
number 9.
Well,
but that's not Adrian Love.
I think it's. No, I don't know who that is.
I'll tell you this. I don't know who it is, but it ain't Adrian Love.
No, that was definitely not Adrian Love. But, you know, we were talking about the defensive line earlier, and we didn't mention Adrian Love. How can we leave him out?
Good point. Adrian Love got some big-time offers, some D1 offers this summer as well. Adrian Love also only an 11th grader.
Right. Chamblee back to pass, zips it, overthrows his receiver, who was open at the 25-yard line behind the defense. But, you know, we keep saying it over and over. He's got the tools. He just needs to get that feather touch on it.
Yeah, he does. And it's funny. We saw it on the previous drive when he did feather one in there to Gunner Webb.
That one you just got to hang it up and let your receiver run under.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like the wide receiver had about a step and a half on him, Brent.
Yeah. Of course, you know, you and I are out there. We could do that with no problem at all, right?
Man, 48-year-old me, I'd last half a play, and I'd be R.A.T. Rebecca, and I'd have to be carted off. I almost tore a meniscus walking up these stairs trying to get everything ready, you know?
You know, our new equipment is great, but let me tell you one thing about it.
Let me guess.
This is a big old box right here.
This
thing weighs 67 pounds.
Oh, Lord.
And I have to lug it up stadiums.
That seems like a chore for your third block, or excuse me, your fourth block theater kids.
Well, no. It'll stay here.
Okay, cool.
It'll stay here when the games are here. But when we go on the road, that's got to go with us.
You're right. You're right.
I thought you were going to do that.
Jordan Chamblee. Little bit high right there. Missed the intended target. Didn't quite get a number. Looks like may have been number 86. If it was, it's Mondarius Sterling, a.k.a. Mondi.
Brad likes this one, Alabama bound, right? Where is Brad?
Once again,
you see him out there anywhere?
Either starting or setting or taking him out. I don't know. I've been texting him earlier in the night. He said everything's going well.
Right there next to the fence?
That is him. It is.
Okay.
It's down there.
All right.
Looks like Jeffrey, honestly. Maybe Marlon Murray down there.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. Yeah. You know, I'm surprised that we've played as many plays as we have here tonight,
I have two, and let's see. And Brent, we look like.
Are we wrapping here?
I don't know. I mean, Coach Mitchell's out there, and that's the first time I've seen him actually on the field. But it doesn't look like the red team is getting the message yet. Maybe another drive. I don't know. I'm a little surprised too, though. Yeah, I think Coach Mitchell wants a couple words, maybe a drive or two with the head man out there.
Okay. But yeah, I have loved this tonight.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Not only up here, but watching the present and the future.
You know, and it's just so exciting. Just again, showing appreciation for this field.
It's interesting. Coach Mitchell,
this new field and stadium, and
Coach Mitchell with the whole offensive staff getting a different view. That's very good.
Okay, well, that was not Caden Smith. It's another number 3 at quarterback. I don't know who he is.
No, and Coach Sweeney was not happy. Coach Sweeney is letting one of his running backs have it a little bit. One of his young men, I believe, jumped, and Coach Sweeney, the hat quickly went from head to ground and hands went to knees.
Handoff to the left side.
The not Jordan Love.
Tackle.
I really want to know who's number 9 now.
I do too. It's Marvin Johnson there on the tackle, though. Marvin was in my enrichment class last year as a 9th grader, and I understand that he's going to be getting some playing time this year, and a nice little tackle there right there by Marvin.
You know my earlier comment about standing up and not sitting down during the game? You can strike that.
Okay, you're ready to sit, huh?
Yeah. Just go ahead and strike that. I will have a stool next week. I don't care. Beg, bar, or deal. I will have a stool next week.
Well, we all need them.
Yes, but most importantly me. Just kidding there, teammates. We will all have stools next week.
Hey, and speaking of messages, I want to thank you for the message you sent me earlier when I was taking care of some tech issues.
Appreciate that, yeah.
Brian sent me a message that said, handoff over right tackle.
That's correct. You can thank my, if Apple wants to sponsor us, we'll be happy to take that. Thank my, and I've had this watch for a couple years, but Siri decided you really needed to know that.
Yes.
So there you go.
Handoff over right tackle. That means a lot to me. I'll never forget that, Brian.
Appreciate that. You know what? I think you should screenshot it, frame it, and keep it somewhere near and dear to you.
I'm going to. Okay. Here's the screenshot right here.
Last time, Mr. Jones had a little comment like this. I received an award from ACA with great first half performance, ... second half not so much. But
And you hold that near and dear to your heart.
You know what? We're so in blowout mode. We are in our blowout mode material right now, Mr. Jones.
We kind of are. You're right. Oh, am I
That's okay. That's all right, man.
This is something
that's okay.
This won't be an issue when we're not standing.
That's on me, though. I should be.
I keep stepping on your headphone
cable. By the way,
cable.
I like this multicolored keyboard up here.
Yeah, I noticed it's a smaller keyboard,
yes,
too.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I got some pretty fat fingers, so hopefully we're okay with this.
But I have to tell y'all this new equipment that we have.
Don't do it.
No. But that's not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going with it. I'm going in a different direction.
Okay.
This new equipment, David Jones is a tech junkie, right? He buys everything he sees.
Good.
Most of this new stuff belongs to David, and we are using
we're
it.
very appreciative.
But he bought it for us to use.
Good.
But when all is said and done, it'll go back to him.
Absolutely.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, I'm good.
Adiana,
Thank you so much.
Food.
Yep.
Well, I'm not. I'm hungry. You didn't get any ketchup and mustard or anything?
But thank you, Adiana, for going all the way down to the concession stand. No mustard or ketchup. We'll be okay.
I guess that was pretty
gracious.
bad. Yeah.
Yes. Golly.
Thank you, Adiana. You are so nice.
As
you are
good
the
as they
best.
come.
You are the best.
Yep. Brent, you said earlier it's kind of our game. We make our rules, and that's evidenced by, golly, 8 coaches behind the plays, 8 players, ball on the ground. number 11 in at quarterback. Once again, I believe I know who that is, but
another philosophy of Coach Mitchell is that the next year's team is being taught this year, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. You see the coaches as intense and working with these guys as hard as they do the first team guys, because they know that in the coming years these are going to be the guys who will be carrying on the tradition on Friday nights for the Hillcrest Patriots. So now I'm going to mute myself so I can eat some fries.
Hey, man, you eat those fries. I'll take care of this. And got our freshman quarterback in. Got our freshman. That's okay. Got freshman quarterback in right now in the shotgun. 3-step drop. Looks deep over the middle. Oh, that's a pass interference right there. Flag coming in right now. Good read right there. I don't know if our freshman quite had the arm strength to get it out there, but he did a great job. 3 steps. First read wasn't there. Went back to the right. Single coverage. Would get 15 and is getting 15 yards off of it. I see several great teachers down there. Mr. Lucas McDonald in his 22nd year down there. One of our dual enrollment biology teachers.
I see several great teachers down there, and I also see Lucas McDonald.
No, I did not say that. I see several great teachers down there. Lucas McDonald.
Of course, I love Lucas. You know,
sure you do. Yeah. Sure you know. Lucas, it's as good as they come right there. Yeah, absolutely as good as they come. Once again, shotgun formation. Running backs on each side. Handoff to the mysterious number 9. Loss of about 5. Brings up 2nd and 15 right now. Say it again. Okay. To end it? Okay. Looks like Coach Mitchell right now. Yeah, but he's at least looking at, I think we had eight coaches in the offensive huddle right there. Once again, 2 wide receivers flanked to each side, 2 running backs to each side. Now going to the I formation under center, 2 tight ends. Snap, got the pulling guard. I'll be honest, that play looked a little off from the start. Went from a couple wideouts, brought it back in tight. Had the guard pull a little bit, but once again, you kind of would expect it to be half a step slow from these kids that are likely a lot of freshmen mixed in with a few sophomores out there. Brings up 3rd and long for Team White. Got a different white hat for this half. Getting him some good reps out there. Trips left, wide receiver right. Going deep. Number 84 wide open. Great catch. Great catch. Got behind the defensive back. Safety could not get over there in time. Great completion on 4th and long. Looks like Cam Nickerson right there. And that, folks, is ball game. So, now, Brent, you can obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe we're going to do too much of a post game right now. But we definitely will be next week when we're back here. 6:45, Brent?
6:30.
6:30. We're getting full half an hour.
That's the way I always do it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just not remembering.
Never mind. 6:30, we'll go on the air against Florence. Brent?
That's right. And also, quick reminder that the Hillcrest Huddle is coming up this Tuesday night.
And where might that be? At Walk-On's Bistro.
Walk-On's Bistro, yeah.
Fantastic.
And thanks to Walk-On's Bistro and Award Company of America for sponsoring our players of the game.
Absolutely.
If we can get to that graphic. Yeah. Players of the game. And you want to call players of the game here?
Sure,
just
dude.
For fun?
Sure, I got no
What do you
idea.
think?
But yes, I mean, I get to go first, and you have to pick second.
Okay.
Okay, Bryson Kimber.
Bryson Kimber? Okay.
Yep.
I might say Jordan Chambers Smith.
Okay.
Caught the long touchdown.
Sure did.
also had the winding run down
Sure.
the sideline after the catch. Yeah.
I was
And,
giving him special teams.
Okay, because he
That-
punted.
yeah,
well, he
because they punted
as
it
well.
too. Right. That's so
Yeah.
if we're giving an overall though, that I can definitely see that though.
But also some other outstanding players from
Sure it
tonight.
was. Sure it was.
We saw a beautiful kickoff return from Caden Smith. Not a whole lot of touches for Caden
Right.
Smith here tonight, but we know that's going to happen in the future.
Well, so a couple of, honestly, you could argue Jordan Chambly as well. Also Gunnar Webb making that big
that was
70-yard
that was
play.
play of the game
Play of
for
the
sure.
game, most definitely. The Hillcrest Theater second half play of the game right there. So
Let me ask a
go
question
for it.
here regarding our
Go
tech.
for it.
And well, Adiana's gone. Go back and all right. When you go to the replays, where you're going to play the replays again, it would be nice if we could if you on the really big plays, if y'all can kind of take note of what the numbers are, and so like at the end of the game when we want to like play back on the really big plays, we can do that.
do we have a play of the game sponsor?
We don't.
Hey, if anybody wants to sponsor play the game, I've always been amazed. Nobody to me that would be awesome. Just like
Well,
the
we never
big
do
play
a play of the game. Yeah.
But we can create it though,
We
most
can, sure,
definitely
sure.
though. So
Okay, bring it to the
I mean,
booth.
I don't know.
It's a post-game
The Hillcrest
show.
administration play of the game, you know.
Yeah,
Let's see
post-game
there.
show there.
Oh, maybe that. I mean,
In-game enter the keys, going to have halftime, third and fourth quarter. Post-game right
Kevin
here.
is also matching the tennis donation of $1 a game, so we're good to go.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I know we've had fun.
we're messing around.
Let's
Sure we
wrap
are.
this
Okay,
up.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody
Yep.
for joining us.
Thank
It's
you
gonna
to
be
Mr. Thomas
yes,
for
thank you, Mr.
getting to
Thomas.
do that. Thank you to all of our staff up here. Thank you to Donald. Thank you to, who is our other cameraman now?
To Michael Wynn.
Michael right there. Thanks to our newbies over here. They
Y'all
did
can
a
go
great
ahead and
job.
write down the cameras
Yep.
because we're doing the booth here. Yeah, Adiana, Avery, Caitlin, our new staff.
Fantastic.
Yeah, our new equipment. I think this is a nice dry run for us. And,
Absolutely.
You know, we'll
and
tweak
trust
things
me,
that we learned here tonight. And we'll have a
anything we
great broadcast
screw
next
up
week.
is likely my fault, and everything we do well is likely our staff's doing. So good for them.
All right, so that's it for tonight. Your final score, I guess, 13-7.
Sure,
Let's
Brent.
call
You
it
know what?
13-7, the White.
Do you know who the winner was tonight?
Hillcrest.
That'd be the Hillcrest Patriot Community. So go
And me,
Pats.
and you.
And Brent Jones, Brian
And
Prono, Kevin
everybody.
Thomas.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, it was fun. We'll see you next. Well, first we'll see you Tuesday night at Walk-Ons
Yes.
for the Hillcrest Huddle at 7, and then we'll see you next Friday night as the Patriots open the season against the Florence Falcons right here at Roy Johnson Stadium. Good night from everybody. This has been the Hillcrest Football